Hey friends, how's it going? I'm just pulling up a window real quick so I can get the screen recording going for OBS. Let's see if this is gonna work today. Didn't work last week. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. We are gonna talk about whatnot. It's coffee talk. So let me join my show real quick. Probably get a tiny echo. Should be good now. Okay. There we go. I like to screen record the chat. So if you want to go back and watch with the chat, so the questions and everything kind of like give context, it will be on my YouTube channel. Last week it wasn't on there, but I am going to make sure of it, that I'll upload it after this stream. All right, we're in business now. We've got audio. Sometimes you got to double check the audio to make sure it's not echoing and things. You guys can hear me okay? Good morning. How's everybody doing today? So today I didn't really select like a certain topic. I'm leaving it like open forum. Hey, Jen, what's going on? How are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. What is up? Got a raid over here. Bargain Booth, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. What's up, Sassy? Good morning. How's it going? You get my message? You know, we don't have to say you can write me back. I sent you a message. What a week. What a week, and it's only Tuesday. Okay, so today I was thinking that we would, I don't know, people have questions. I've been getting a lot of, hey, you know what? Bargain. Okay, we're good. Thank you. Bargain Booth. What do you sell? Let us know. I mean, it sounds like you want to shop there because it's a bargain, right? Yeah, let us know what you sell. Sue, hello, my friend. Early. It's early. We were up late last night. Not too late, not too crazy. Hey, DL Liquidations. How are you? Anyways, everybody give a follow to Bargain Booth. I don't know if I'm following them. Let me double check. I sure am. I sure am. Yo, what's up, D? What's up, big D? I'm not so little D. What's up, wee wee? That's about it. That's all I got for you. I know when you write big D in the chat, it mutes it. Sassy just said, "Whoa, big D." We have to just check the audio. Okay. Yeah. Test. Not big D. I know that's bad. Did that sound bad? I say that with fundamentals too, because it's like it always gets rich. I don't know what to say. Bleep. Rewind. Restart. It's all good. The morning is bright, shiny, and turtle tail. That's right. That's right. Bold. Hello. How about Big P? How about big every letter of the alphabet? Especially big F. We need a lot of big Fs right now. Big F. Yeah. Hello. Let's start over. Actually, let's just keep going. Who cares? Unedited, raw version. Keep it real, right? Damn, that's a good cup of coffee. What's going on, Jen? Multiverse? Out of this universe is right. Okay, OBS is good. It's recording the whole screen. Okay, we're good. So what do we want to talk about today? Let's talk about bullies. Hey, ask away with your random. I want to talk about bullies while you're typing your question. So recently, I've been bullied by somebody who I will just tell you a story. I won't drop any names because I never want anybody to do that. But when someone's having a stream and they're having a conversation and they specifically tell people don't drop names if you had a bad experience, and they still drop names, and you kind of give them a warning like, hey, I just asked you not to drop names. You know, when other people were kind of talking kind of not badly, but just sharing their experience, but not dropping a name. And the other person decided they were going to drop the names 2 or 3 times, and they got kicked out. So they got mad and they sent me a nasty message. And then I had to kick them out another time because they were talking about inappropriate things in your stream. So just remember, you don't have to react to that, but you do have control of that. And it's quite okay to kick and block people out of your stream. Yeah. Because it's not okay for someone to do that. And don't let anybody think that they could just bully you. So I ended up getting bullied. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't even care. I really don't care. But I want you to know that you do have control of your stream. The best response is no response, and block, ban, whatever you have to do to keep your peace. When someone disturbs your peace and starts bullying you, just block them. Yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, technically it's not a bully, it's a threat. But I guess I'm here for it. Yeah. Okay, let's see the questions. But I just wanted you to know that it's okay for you to kick someone out. Hey, hello, boobs. How you doing? You have a question. How do you get the labels to print smaller? When I did my labels, it printed out on 3 pages. It's your computer. So when you go to do file print, you need to select 4x6. If you're using a thermal printer, yeah, you need to select it. And then also on your ship page, there's an option to choose the label size. It's either going to be 8.5 by 11, but if you, and it's something so common, like so many people actually overlook that because they just want to print the label. I had a sample up here. Let's see if I still have it. It literally printed either a little one. If it prints multiple pages, that means you have it set up. You're printing on a thermal for 4x6 size, like a label, and you have it set for 8.5 by 11 on your printer default. So file print, and then look in there. If you're on Mac, it's under the properties tab. If you're on PC, it should be right at the top by like the page number. Yeah, it'll tell you. And the page layout. So you got portrait and you got landscape mode. If it doesn't work at that point, it's probably on your orders page where you see all your show with all the orders at the bottom right of the main all marketplace, all orders. There's an option to change the label size. I can't show that. It has my, it shows like your shipping address, and then just right below it to the right side. This is on desktop. This is only on web. You have to change it there. Yeah. And when it outputs it, then it'll be that size. If say you have a whole bunch of orders, when you're processing them in the shipping tab for that particular show, and you don't want to use a thermal label for a packing list, you can actually email yourself the labels and print the packing list on 8.5 by 11, so you don't waste thermal labels, because thermal labels are like 2 to 4 cents. Sometimes they're a penny a piece, but it's all totally up to you. Packing lists are not required. They used to be required. I feel like when you're brand new, you should put a packing list in there. Make the person want to come back and shop with you. You know, make them want to come back. Put a coupon code in there. Print. That's what I'm doing right now. Thank you, Jen. That's what I'm doing right now is I'm printing up some, I think they're 1 by 2 inch. So they're 1 inch high, 2 inch wide. They're Rolo yellow labels. I'm going to print those and put those stickers, because I wish I could put like a nice little clip, like a little piece of graphic on my thermal. I mean, I could, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather just put a label on it. Yeah. If I was doing some volume, then I would actually program it so I could reprint the thermal label again and just print. Oh, I actually think I could do that. Hi, Daisy. How you doing? I think I actually could do that. All right, I'm going to try it instead of printing. But the yellow grabs attention, right? Yeah, it grabs a lot of attention. So don't feel like you have to do a packing list. It helps you. I guess I would say, like, for beginners who just start out and whatnot, a packing list is a good way to like communicate with your buyer and let them know, hey, everything's in your order, right? And the more often you're selling, then you can decide if you want to put them in or not. If you don't, that's okay too. Like I'm at a point now when I buy from people, if I don't get, you can write a thank you note. Absolutely. Yeah. It was so small. Yeah, it's your setting on your computer when you do Command P or file print. Let me print one right now and I'll show you what it looks like, and then you tell me if that's yours. Because it's really frustrating, right? So when you go to shipments on web on the Seller Hub, when you go to shipments, the first page you see is like all shipments, shows in marketplace from the drop down. This is all on web. To the bottom right, it'll say label adjustment allowance. Right below that, it says seller settings, return address for sold items. And then right below that, it says shipping label format. My default is 4x6. If I click update, my only options now are 8.5 by 11 or 4x6. Make sure if you're using a thermal printer, you choose 4x6 and then hit save. Then when you print on your printer, it should print out the right way. If it's not, it's one of your page settings and you need to adjust it Oh, thanks, Sandra. I've been good for about 2 weeks now. Thank you, thank you. Maybe I'm on my 3rd week. Yeah, that was a long 5 weeks. And that's pretty much how you adjust it. Let me print one right now. I need a ground advantage one. Okay, I'll print this one and I'll print it intentionally tiny. Wait, is that ground? Oh, I can print this one. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to print it. I'm going to print it like just a label. I'm going to change the size to no, I better do. Okay. Oh, why does it want to do that? See, because I've changed mine so many times when I tested it. What's up, Vavavoos? Yeah, I'm not going to print one, but it comes out like tiny. Yeah, if I mess up now, I'm going to mess my settings up. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, because I have so many custom label sizes that I do that I'll probably screw myself up. Because I have mine kind of set up like there's an option for scale. I know I'm getting real technical here. There's an option for scale. And if I don't leave it on default or fit to paper, that's where it messes up too. So don't worry about the other. Just make sure it says 4x6. Yeah. If I find the other one while we're here. Hello, Elevated. How are you? All the friends popping in. Okay, I did that. The packing slip was on 2, but it was small. What printer do you have? What thermal printer do you have? Maybe the driver needs updating because sometimes like off-brand ones, they do that and you have a Rollo. I know. Yay, Loopy Lukes. How you been? Okay. Are you on PC or Mac? Are you printing your labels from your phone? I highly recommend that you don't print them from your phone. Just FYI, everybody, because sometimes you might have to HP laptop. When you go to the print menu, it's in there. It's a drop down. Yeah, on HP. He is. He's always here. He's right next to my. Hold on, I'm on my little tripod. He's right next to my Whatnot banner. Yeah. I'm thinking on HP when you do file print, the page, you need to look at the page size. Did you adjust it to 4x6 and make sure you have Rollo selected? I mean, obviously, because you print them out. If they print small, then you have to go to that order page. Then you have to go to the order page on Whatnot. Yeah, I would do that. It's hard to like say, I'd give you all the things to do, but you could have some setting in there like that screws it up. You have to adjust the label size. Yeah. It's in that print window. It's not really, I'm going to guess the default for Whatnot is probably 4x6. I don't really know for sure, to be honest. Let's see. I'm going to just print it. Yeah. Like if I pop mine up, it'll say like destination, that pages, what pages, copies. And then there's like all the paper size. Yeah. Look for that. And it's still doing it. So the only other thing I could think of if it's doing that, turn off your Rollo, turn it back on. Oh yeah, fit to page is also the other option in portrait mode. Try that out. Print one out even if so on the Rollo, take one of your labels and you could feed it in a bunch of times to test it. You don't have to use a new label every time. Okay, what Rollo is it? The wireless one, right? Because sometimes you could have to restart it. And there's a couple of YouTube videos. If you have the wired one, the gray one that Rollo makes, that's the one I have. You have the wired? Okay. So every now and then it screws up. Here's what you have to do. You have to hold down the button on the top to like the feed button, and you hold it down and it beeps 3 times. When it beeps 3 times, feed the paper through it. It will recalibrate it. Yeah, and then it'll be ready to go. But look on YouTube. There's a video that's like 2 minutes long, and it will show you what to do. Sometimes software has a mind of its own. I would try that. If the fit to page isn't there and you can't figure that out, maybe I would like recalibrate it. And it doesn't change the software, but sometimes it gets a little funky. No, out and about. You went to bed and you woke up. Hey, Jules. Yeah. Fit to page. Good. Thanks, Darren. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm on Mac. But I can still visualize PC because I worked on them for so long. Yes. Laura, hello. How are you? How's everybody doing? Let's see, the last couple of days, yeah, the last couple of days have been crazy. So let me tell you guys, I'm on 291, show 291. So I've gone live 291 days in a row here on Whatnot. Crazy, crazy. Try it out. Let me know how it comes out for you, Crystal. I hope it works. And here's the thing. Whenever you have a glitch like this, it's the tiniest thing and you'll laugh later. You'll be like, seriously, did I really miss that? It's right in front of my face. I do it all the time. Yeah, I do it all the time. And then I learn and then I get better at it, right? Yeah, it happens all the time. Mama Z, what's up? What's going on? I'm not saying my favorite cuss word right now. I need a button of it though, huh? I'll be banned. Yes. Oh, I should? No. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So how's everybody shipping and all their shows going? What's new with everybody? All the friends. So many good shows. I was scrolling the other night and remember I told you I don't like to scroll. But guess what? There are so many sellers on here. And you've got crazy interesting shows and really fun shows and like there it's like it was like going out through QVC changing the channel. That's what it felt like. Yes, so many new sellers. Where do people get all those 2 ounce, 3 to 7, and so forth filters for random draws? Yeah, were you asking me about that for your smalls out and about last night? Okay, we have to create them. So, for example, Whatnot already has a default shipping, so it's like 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 11, and 12 to 15. That's all under 1 pound. When you ship that way, it's ground advantage, right? It's like first class basically, but they renamed it because, I don't know. Anyway, they renamed it. So it is a default already in your shipping options. But if you wanted to go in, it's like I was thinking about it because some people have this. I know that Leslie or Reworkers Passion has this, Tweetco has this. So for example, they sell different items. So maybe Leslie has she sells soap. She has her bar of soap. I don't know what her bar of soap weighs packaged. Maybe it's let's see. But I know she has one where she says, okay, coffee soap, it's 3 ounces packaged or 4 ounces. I like, yeah, it's 2.5. So 3 ounces. It's 3 ounces packaged, probably, maybe four with her. It smells so good. I couldn't use it. I wanted to just have a good like smeller. Anyways, say she has it in there and she labels it coffee soap, right? And whatever, it's like 2.5 by 2.5. I don't know how she labels it, but she labels it so that when you actually buy this and it's 3 ounces shipped, she makes a custom profile for hundreds and hundreds of items. Yeah. And I'll tell you why, exactly what Jen said. Because I've been thinking about redoing this um, to make it like, because here's the deal. When you have items that are 0 to 1, 1 to 3, that's fine. Leave that, in my opinion. When you start getting into 4 to 7 ounces, if this were at 3.9 ounces and I have to add the packaging, it's going to be over 4 to 7. So say I weigh it packaged, it's the 4 ounces. So I have 5, 6, 7, I have 3 ounces. It's kind of wasted. Whatnot pools the maximum weight in that category because the weight is the same. You can redo it, but you might have some errors. So you have to really be tight on your shipping. Even if I were to add 1 ounce, somebody buys 5 pounds from me, they have 80 ounces available. That's 5 pounds, right? But if this thing only weighs 3 or 4 ounces and there's 3 extra ounces, imagine them buying 10 items and then they're going to have 3 times 10 in ounces. That's kind of thrown away. Where they could buy, that 30 ounces right there, they could buy a couple items. And you could, if you can fit that in the box, right? Then that 1 to 5 pounds gets maximized. Yeah. But you have to really, if you're the seller doing this, you have to weigh everything and make sure you are dead on the weight when it's packaged up. Because you'd be surprised, like when I double box and everything, those extra ounces, they absorb into that box weight really quickly. If it's small stuff, it's really easy. Yeah, exactly. So if somebody buys, so she say I use 4 to 7 ounces, right? And 7 and 7 is 14. So they can only buy 2 pieces of soap before the third one gets them 50% free shipping, right? It gets them half. Yeah. And they can get, if I weighed this at 3, they could get what, 4 bars for 9.21 versus 2.5 bars, because they're still gonna have to pay a little bit, right? Half of the bars, half of the bar basically, if you want to get into terms, is going to be free. So if you can fine tune on that and you can create custom ship profiles. You don't have to put like a bundled item. You can just put the weight. So number one, I could say, here, my kids make these bracelets. We sell the bracelets on the Whatnot. They're not 1 to 3 ounces. They're like maybe 2 ounces. I can put those in if somebody say somebody wants to buy 10 of them, and they can buy more for their money basically. But you have to use your brain if you're a seller. Yeah, thank you, Sassy. Thank you, Jen. Make sure you guys are following the amazing mods who are here helping out. I always appreciate that. Let me scroll back a minute. Hey, Shar, what's up? Yeah, you were talking about that today. But again, I think that you have to really weigh your packages at the end. Because you do not want to be over on the packaging. So say you do a jewelry show. I highly recommend people do a flat rate on jewelry. If you have a lot of smalls, use the large box. The boxes are free. They can do up to 70 pounds. Yeah. Jen, that needs to be on a t-shirt. That needs to be on a t-shirt. On a t-shirt. Okay, so Wonderland. I hate the 4 to 6 pound drop down. No one use it. Everybody should be making a custom ship profile for 5 pounds, but name it smart. Name it smart. So for example, if I name it 5 pounds and then it's in there, what is it for? So need to make sure you do. I do mine like PM for priority mail, and then I do this box size, and then I do 5 LBS, and then I put CB, custom bundle, at the end. CB at the beginning means cardboard box. Envy and Nat for the raid. What's up? Thank you so much. Thank you. I love nuts. Nat said I'm a nut. Yes, that's right. I said that. It's crazy. Yeah, so I love how you can spend 24 hours talking about shipping and it still wouldn't be enough. That's Jen's multiverse. Yes, I'm quoting her because that should be on a t-shirt. Yeah, I had to read that. I had to go back. Okay, so the numbers, like for example, okay, so for me personally, that's my inventory system. I use numbers and letters together because it kind of used to go in order, right? But then something changed. So for example, if I have a vintage item, it's going to be #, right? Because we're old school, or hashtag V for vintage. And then it's a number order. The number order comes from my inventory in my computer. So it's not just random, like it literally matches up with my inventory. It matters because for me, I think it's helpful. So if I'm doing a chat and I'm running items and someone comes in and goes in my buy it now and they say, hey D, can I see number, 1537, right? I can search for 1537 in my products and it pulls up, right? So it's faster than the buyer saying, hey, can I see that Fenton vase? I got 12 Fenton vases. Which one? I waste time asking for a description when they give me the number. And I think my buyers, I've been on here almost 3 years. They like that. Yeah. Almost every time they tell me a number. If I'm scanning, then they say that item right there and I could pull it up. I don't need the number because I can just do this description. Yeah, I've been on here since 2022, but it makes sense. Now, the clothing folks that use those tags like you're talking about with the number, I don't sell clothes, but I think it'd be the same process. When they sell it, they put in their show one description. So it might be like t-shirts, vintage t-shirts, Y2K, whatever the heck they put. Then they only list, I have 100 shirts or 99, right? The tags go to 100. And they put all those out on their rack. When they pull that up and show you, that number 1 is there. When that number 1 is there, it should match the description. So when they sell it, you want them to ship you number 1, not number 2. So they hang it on their sold rack, right? And then maybe they have a rack on the other side's not, or it goes back in their main rack. People do different things, but I think the number thing helps. If I were to sell t-shirts, pants, skirts, any clothing, children's clothing, baby clothes, I would definitely use those number tags. I think it really helps people. Yeah. Some people who've been doing it long enough, they don't even use it anymore. They have a pile. I don't know how they do that. Maybe they go back and watch video receipts. I just don't know. It's for the seller, because for the buyer, it will matter, because when you open your package and you've got number 3, 4, and 5, and you didn't really order 3, 4, and 5, and your order has been mixed up, then it's going to be a problem. Because then maybe you want to go back after you buy it and you go, hey, can you hold up number 2? I need to take a picture of it. And if the buyer's not using a number, they might be like, holy hell, what's number 2? But if they hold up that thing, and at the end, if you can, I say this for all buyers, even I do it, because sometimes there's no description. If they're holding the item up and I can see that, sometimes you can see the numbers. Some people don't use those tags. Some people use stickers. If I can take a picture, because video receipts don't work all the time. Video receipts do not work all the time. Don't count on them. Be more organized as a seller. But again, if someone does it and it works for them, awesome, right? If I was selling clothes for 2 hours, I would not want to have to go back and watch any video receipts. No, thank you. I'm doing my show live. Let's use blue tape. Let's use stickers. Let's, stay organized, because you're going to go nuts at the end. And then you're going to have 10 hours. But what if you are doing so well that you're shipping so much stuff and you're not packing? You've hired staff. You want to make sure it's organized for them. Yeah, it's so for each person, it's different for sure. I hope that answered. But for the buyer, yeah, it's more for the seller. I know, Mama Z. You number everything, Christy? Yeah, Christy sells clothes. I saw you doing yours the other night. But why do sellers always hold up the number? Does it matter? It's for their video receipt. Yeah, so if the seller, I don't have any of those in here, but if the seller doesn't do a call out, because maybe they listen to their video back, their replay, because sellers, we can still see our whole show. So maybe while they're selling, they go, okay, because the best thing as a seller is when you're running your stuff, if it's a generic description, I'll just be like, okay, I got this yellow peep. This is peep number 1. Okay, you got that, JJ Glitchy. Congratulations. Yellow peep number 1. And then I keep going. That's a lot of sellers. I hear them doing that over and over, right? So that when they play it back, they can do it. If they don't label anything, that's what a lot of people do when they're packing. But I don't want to have to do that. Yeah. So they hold it up for their video receipts. You put the number on first as you're running it. What's up? Hey, welcome in, welcome in. All right, I'm back in chat, so I'll get caught up. I want to just, hey, CD auction, what's going on? You love the video receipts? One day I went, okay, I didn't label anything. My stuff has labeled, but I had a few things I sold one night, and I went to watch and a few people know about this. I went to watch my video receipt because I couldn't remember what these 3 items were, because I usually write them down, and I was like tired that night. It was like 4 a.m. Come on. I go back to video receipt like 7:30, or no, it was like 8:30. I took my kids to school, and I was, what the hell is this? It's some English guy, and he's selling Star Wars shit. Where's my video receipt? It was on everybody's. It was a glitch. They fixed it. I got it back, but it was pretty hilarious. I took a clip of that. That was funny. It had my name, it had my show name, but it had that guy. Hey, and he was like doing crazy stuff with his lightsaber. I remember that. I never knew who the guy was. I wanted to find him on Whatnot. Yeah. I want to see if did he become Whatnot famous? It was hysterical, but it was like, you can't count on the video receipts because those things happen, right? Yeah. You guys remember it. I love it. Yeah. Okay. So like the Hodgepodge place, my friend, she will repeat. I have watched her do that. A few other people do that too. Yeah. Casey, what's up? Trying to unload the truck right now. Oh, wow. That's some work. That was hysterical. Okay. I think I'm caught up. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. That was so funny. But a couple of times people go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? The video receipts are missing. I'm like, maybe you should have wrote it down. But it's hard depending on what you're selling, right? So we don't have to be perfect at all. Screw being perfect because it doesn't exist. But find a way that works for you with the numbering. Some people don't, they don't number it, but they have a good memory, right? Best tips for keeping track of who buys what? Seen many methods, clothes mainly. So for me, take a look at my buy now and you tell me how I figure out what people buy. That's a test. I label everything. I have an item number. I have a description. I have a title. It matches the item. Yeah, 100% of the time. My brain does not want to spend time. I like to work smarter. I don't want to work harder. For me, that works. I literally like to print out my packing list and go, okay, dawn morning, got this little baby with this big giant ball. Well, that's going to her. She got a pack of Easter eggs, not the real eggs. Just for example, she bought a bunch of plushies, the little whales, the little sharks, that's going to her. She won a giveaway, for example. Yeah. That's going in her stuff. And it's always the way I said it. So that works for me, right? Yeah. And some people, I thought this was a dessert. That damn coffee. I got to move that. I was about to take a bite of it. What's up, Suzanne Beauvais? How you doing? Yeah, so let me go back. I want to see what else you said. What's up, Shar? How you doing? Yeah, there's so many methods. No method is wrong. You got to figure it out if you're the seller, what works for you best. Believe me, I tried everything. I've done shows where I did a generic. So for example, I ran smalls one night and I'll tell you how I kept track of it. So I ran smalls and I had 4 to 7 ounces because the smalls were like ceramic animals. So basically they were like, when they're all packaged up, some of them weigh like 3.5 ounces, like this little bird. Okay. So they would be 4 to 7 ounces. This one probably, I think, is about 3.2. So I just round it up because it's got to go in a box. I'm not going to put these in a bubble mailer and say, here comes your bird. No, that's not right. But that's just me, right? So I did smalls, and what I did is I numbered it. I had 100 of them, and I ran them at 4 to 7 ounces. How did I number them? Let me show you. Blue tape. So every time I sold one, I actually, before I went live, I made 100 stickers, right? So if I went in order like 1 through whatever, and like number 1 didn't sell, the next one that sold would be number 1, right? They weren't pre-labeled. The blue tape is simple. You could also print stickers on your thermal printer. You could get Rollo Design. It's a free app from Rollo, and you can make number stickers inside that on 4x6. You just have to know how to do it. And then you got to cut them out. To me, a pain in the butt. I'd rather buy stickers and stick them on items. There you go. The dollar, yeah, you get about the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I like the blue tape because it's not, it comes off real easy. And you can literally make the stickers tiny, but I made a whole bunch of them and then I stuck them like to my laptop actually. And then I just grabbed them off and I did like 30 in the beginning. So what I would do is I would have this, I called it, my title was small random pools, 4 to 7 ounces. And then I put the quantity at 100. The description was as shown on live, sold as is, no cancellations, exchanges, or refunds, period. If I make a mistake and it's got a cracked head or a missing head, some people want that. I won't sell it. Yeah, I'll say, oh, you know what? I'll double check it. I take a long time to sell. So I always like, if it's a piece of glass and I'm running a piece of glass, right? And obviously it's the other way because the camera's better. I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to feel for flea bites. Flea bites are really, really tiny little chips or nicks in the glass. And people don't like that. Okay. I wouldn't like it either. I don't like it. Some pieces just have them because they're vintage. Like some uranium has a lot of that stuff. But I describe it, then I run it. If it sells, I put the sticker on it and I keep going. What happens when I have items that weigh different? What if I pull out, the 4 to 7 and I get like this paperweight, this heavy paperweight, or here, this makes more sense because we're talking about, oh gosh, that's heavy. We're talking about this paperweight, okay? I'm definitely not going to run that at 4 to 7 ounces. This is 2 to 3 pounds, okay? You know who's going to have to pay for it if I run this at 4 to 7 and print the label? You. Yes, you, Susie. I'm just picking that name. It's going to cost you because the postman's going to say, "Hi, I've got this box for you, but you owe $17.36." Yeah, they didn't do the shipping right. Who do you think they're? Do you think Susie's coming back to shop with me? Never, never. She's going to say F Whatnot, and I'm out. And then Whatnot's going to lose a customer, and you're going to lose a long-term buyer. So do the right thing. Integrity does matter. You got rewards this morning after you fell asleep. I know. I was talking to you. Didn't dream about me. Cheer. I was like, "Are you sleeping?" Because your name kept rolling. Okay, hang on. Let me go back. I want to finish the one. Yeah. So if you're running various sizes, just make sure you label your title and your weight matches. You really want to be on with that. Size wise, I I don't think like the size of the item fully matters unless it's over 12 inches because it's not going to fit actually about 10 inches because you need that extra padding like an inch on each side. So you're going to have to start deciding that. When I have anything that's big and bulky or heavy that's vintage, it costs money, right? I need to deliver that to my buyer in the right manner. I'm not going to put it with a bunch of smalls. It's going to get destroyed. Usually those kind of pieces that I curate, they're expensive. They need to be, they're multiple pieces. I don't want to pop them in those small boxes. Okay. If they have to go over, then I'm going to present that at the time. But I do custom ship profiles. It could be 5, it could be 8, it could be 12 pounds. It just depends. I can't just choose the weight. It's like I have that orange bittersweet over here, right? Like candy dish. It's kind of hidden over there. That orange one. Okay, that thing is 6.5 pounds with no packaging. Then it has a lid and it has a base. If I just put that in a box with like bubble wrap, it's going to break. It has to be individually boxed. Yeah. So, the buyer understands that when the buyer's spending already $100 for something, $10 more is nothing because they want it to get there and get there safe. Oh yeah. Here's another thing. You're right. Shar, thank you for sharing that. If you guys have anything that's like hand painted, any hand painted glass ornaments, and you happen to use the tape, don't use the tape. It will peel the gold off. Don't use Scotch tape either. It will destroy it. You have to figure out a way. Maybe you have some of them you can't wrap in like tissue paper. Some of them you can. If you do that, put the tape on that item. Yeah, definitely don't do that. Oh, right on. What's up, Amy? How you doing? How much should you charge for random thimble drawings for it just depends. You have to kind of research and resource like what selling rates are, how much money you have into it, and figure out what price works for you. Yeah. I've had some thimbles have gone for like 20, $30. Yeah, even more than that, some of the really old ones. Will all shipping max out at a certain point? No, unless the seller turns on max shipping, you as a buyer would pay this much. Because I've had people spend 40, $50 on shipping, but they bought a ton of stuff. Yeah. So it's up to you. Like you could have it where you do free shipping but you have to figure out if that's going to work for you and you can afford it. It's not for everybody. But if you take and have free shipping, you're going to have to raise your prices or you sell such a volume that it doesn't matter. It works itself out. I mean, the only way to do it to know if it works or not is to try it, but it is not, I would not recommend that for a brand new seller. Yeah. Unless you like to give away money. And then there's the other option where you can do reduce shipping and max shipping on your show. So for example, no matter what you buy in my show, if I do max shipping, you as a buyer would pay $9.21. You could buy 30 pounds of stuff, but as a seller, if I do that, those buyers can buy a ton of stuff, but I'm paying over the shipping. So if somebody's shipping ends up being $9.21 and they've got 4 boxes, I'm going to pay for 3 of those boxes times $9.21. Okay. So make sure. And if you're selling like a $1 item or a $5 item and they only buy a couple, you're going to pay for that. Then the reduced shipping is you can set it for them. Well, that's actually the max, the same thing. It's just called reduced. They don't pay more than that rate on there. You can do what you want, or you can just set it. I have it set that the buyer pays the shipping. Yeah, because shipping isn't free. It just isn't. It costs what it costs, unfortunately, And we are not, I'm a small business. I'm not Amazon. I'm not a FedEx. I'm not a UPS. I'm using USPS. And those are actually the best rates. Whatnot has a contracted rate, a negotiated commercial rate that is, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So flat rate, I like to talk about this. Flat rate priority mail, large box sucks. The box size sucks. Predetermined box size for a predetermined rate. Okay. Whatnot rate, 921 will work with priority mail. Okay. Up to 5 pounds for that box. And if you go over 5 pounds, it pushes you to ground advantage. Okay. That costs a little bit incremental, right? If your default is ground advantage over 5 pounds. Okay. If you go to the post office and you try to mail a 5-pound box from, I'm in California, to New York, priority mail, it's going to be about 32, 33, maybe $40. It really depends based on the weight, but 5 pounds will be a lot. Yeah, I've seen it like $32. With Whatnot, they have a negotiated rate, so we're getting a discount. It went up a couple of times since I've been on here. Big whoop. Go to the post office, get a flat rate box. Okay, flat rate in the post office. You ready for this? The retail rate, if you go to the post office and you have to get a large priority mail mailing box, it is $26.30. Okay, what do you want to, what would you like to pay? $9.21 for that box or 26? I think it's $26.30. I think I'm going to pay $9.21 because I can buy 3 times as much. $26. It's going to go up again too, and probably in January, or actually it goes up around Christmas every year anyway. Yeah, $26.30. I think I looked it up on here last time. Yeah, question for you in chat. What is your favorite Whatnot feature if you could only pick one to use? Oh, good. I'm glad it recorded all that. I can watch it. What's up, Christels? My favorite Whatnot feature? What's up, Andy? I know you guys are answering each other. Thank you so much. If I could only pick one, you know what my favorite feature is? I kind of like, it's hard to pick one. I think co-host is good because you get to meet people and you can build your community. Yeah. I personally think I like the co-host feature. And then probably I don't know, Flash. I like flash sales. But you gotta make the flash sales work for you and work for the buyer. You weigh as you go to make sure. Yeah. Cause sometimes the system could glitch. Things happen, right? Nothing's perfect. Clip. That's my favorite feature, I think, co-host. Because I'm all about like building my community, the Whatnot community. Doing my first show Sunday evening, I ordered a bunch of flat rate boxes. Is that my best? No, don't ever. I say this because I've listened to all my friends who sell clothing. Don't do flat rate on clothes unless you're selling like a box full of stuff. Because yes, it's good, but how much are you going to be able to really fit in there? I don't know. I check out Julie Becker. She does a chat show on Wednesdays. Who else does clothing? Jen, do you do clothing? I mean, I know you do it sometimes. You do mostly fun stuff. Yeah, Jen does. They do chat shows more like clothing. Clothing to me, I wouldn't never use flat rate on that. Yeah, if I was selling like baby booties, maybe. But regular clothing, no. Yeah, Shop 801 Lane does clothing. Julie Becker does clothing. Sumo Cell does clothing. These are all chat shows that you might want to check out. And I'm missing a ton of other people. Repurpose Resale, Happy. Why can't I think of her name right now? Oh my gosh. Doing my first, because I'm reading what this other person said. You have $1 into it? Oh, that's cool. Oh, Stripe is just a payment processing like PayPal that Whatnot has to use to verify. Because it would be kind of, I think companies have to use like a third party processing. They don't have that technology, and they use big ones, so it's like third party, so it's just nothing shady. You know what I mean? Yeah. So right now, if you're a new seller, I think you're forced to use Stripe. I think you're new for that. You have to use it. I still have PayPal. I have both of them, but I prefer PayPal. But you know, okay, I see Jen answer. Yeah, shipping mistakes can eat up your profits real quick. Yeah, you still have PayPal. The OGs who've been on here for 2+ years have PayPal. I think the accounts in the last maybe 6 months to a year have to use Stripe. Stripe is a great company. I've been using them for years on another website. No problems at all. They just verify and process payment. You confused about shipping? Do we wait until the show is over to print? Yeah, you don't want to print your shipping labels during your show, because what if I'm shopping in your show and you print the label out, but I still have 4 pounds to buy and I want to shop? You wait till the show's over. Yeah, and everything will get bundled for that one buyer. Just make sure you label and do all the things. Yeah, thank you for the feedback, everybody. Yeah, $26. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, the USPS.com, they have free boxes, but understand that they're priority mail. You have to use that service to ship with it. You can't put a Ground Advantage label on a priority mail box. You can't mailing box. You can't put a priority mail flat rate on a regular priority mail mailing box. Don't do that, because your buyer can end up having to pay for that if they have somebody that catches it in the post office. Yeah. What's up, Curly Q? How you doing? Okay, I'm still back in chat. Yeah, Sassy said, the Sassy Vintage Chick says, it seems the clothing sellers, especially the new ones, are having the most trouble with shipping. Yes, no, part of it, but I see a lot of vintage people not knowing what the heck to do that are selling glass and collectibles. Even actually, I'll tell you, I've been buying Pokemon cards. I kind of am addicted to them, and I've been buying some cards. I've been buying some football cards too. I was in a stream and I was playing their game, a pick one kind of thing, and you bid on it. And the first one, I'm testing to see, like, a lot of the new sellers, the shipping is way off. They had like 4 packs and it was like $1.32 because they're using that low weight. And I tried to tell the guy, no, look, you need to do it on the single cards, not these packs, because you're going to have to eat it. Or if I get it delivered and I haven't gotten them yet, I'm going to have to overpay. And they're like, oh, we didn't know. Thank you. And I said, no problem. I just want to see you guys do, because they were such a good show. Yeah. They had such a good show. But I told them, you guys should use priority mail flat rate for your cards, because some people will buy more knowing that they're flat rate at 70 pounds. You know how many sports cards you could get for 70 pounds? A lot. My chat just refreshed. What's up? What's up, Bonnie? How you doing? Yeah, I think we're all. If I missed anything, you'll have to type it in there. Loot Lounge, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad everybody's here. Thank you for joining me. I always appreciate it. I'm here every Tuesday. We talk about whatnot, ask questions. Sometimes we could show how to do it. My computer is kind of set up a little different today, but I am on YouTube under the same name, The Archivist, with an underscore. Make sure you give me a follow over there, because I'm actually right now in the middle of going through the seller hub and making videos, literally breaking everything down step by step, every category. So I've already released like shows, how to schedule a show, all the marketing. And actually there's one more. I can't even think of what inventory. Oh, inventory is the fun one. Inventory is like, I hope you have 30 minutes, sit down, watch it. It will help you. Yeah. Whatnot. Also, if you go to seller.whatnot.com, that's the homepage to the Seller Hub. That's where all the Whatnot videos are, and you can watch those. I highly recommend every single brand new seller watch every single one of them 2 or 3 times. I'm not kidding. But really watch the shipping shows and how to create a product. Don't worry about all the fluff of marketing and promoting your show. Just first watch the shipping videos. And when you watch shipping videos on YouTube, watch out. Some of them might be outdated. Some of them are current. And I don't think anybody puts a time date. I've been trying to say that in mine. You're so confused about your shipping. Your first show is Sunday. You need to watch the videos. Yeah. So I do these chats, but if I start talking about shipping, it's literally not enough every time someone comes in. And I know when you get onboarded, there's no explanation of how the shipping works, because I think at Whatnot, they're expecting you to have been selling in other platforms. So you have to teach yourself. You have to teach yourself. You have to teach yourself patience, accuracy, and it's a lot of work. It's not for everybody. It is a lot of work, but everybody could do it. It's not that hard. I feel like shipping's the easiest part of it. I feel like the hardest part is for me to run stuff. And people that come to my shows know that, because I get too comfortable. And I'll be real. I'll be the critic on myself. Yeah. I'm going to read what a few people said here. Let's see. You sent me a message with photo ground shipping in a priority box. Oh, somebody sent you a priority box with a ground label, but did you have to pay any money, Baba Booms? Yeah. And if anybody ever gets like a crappy package from somebody where they took priority mail bubble mailers, right, and used it to wrap stuff, I don't care if you share that because you don't do that, but people do it. And like, I'm at the point where it's none of my business, but never drop the seller's name because maybe that sucks. And your stuff got there, but don't put a burden on other people who are excited to go and have a good experience because maybe it'll be different. I don't know. I've gotten packages like that. I don't buy from sellers who do that. That's just me. They're getting too wrapped up with bundles and profiles. Stop touching buttons until you figure it out. No, they need to press buttons. I disagree. Press every single button until you screw it up. But stay away from that free shipping button. Stay away from the free shipping button. And don't do bundles if you're under 1,000. Sell one at a time so you can get better. It's like riding a bike. You're gonna just jump on the bike and start riding it down the street? Or are you gonna start out with training wheels? Because if you jump on the bike and you just barely learned how to walk and all those kind of things, and you go down the street, you're probably going to crash and it's going to hurt. And I don't want to see it hurt you. And when I say hurt, I'm talking about the dough. Yeah. But watch out what buttons with the free shipping one, stay out of there. So we shouldn't use flat rate. I'm not saying that. You have to learn. You have to do some research, double check. What do you sell? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not doing flat rate. This is what I sell. I sell all this little vintage stuff. This has to be all wrapped up. There's littles up there. So like these are Bitty Pop Funko stuff, but I'm not shipping this glass stuff. No way flat rate. Now, let me explain something. Because I'll put myself as like, I know shipping, I know how it works. If someone comes in and they buy like something small for me, but it weighs like 8 pounds, and they tell me, you know what, Dee, I'm only going to buy that tonight. I'm not going to buy anything else. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, I will run that item at 5 pounds. And then when I do so it doesn't cost them 8 pounds, because I know how to manipulate the system so that when I'm done with the show, I can toggle over to flat rate priority mail. And it doesn't cost them any extra. That I've done. There's nothing wrong with it, but you have to know how to like work your shipping. I didn't know that in the beginning. I did not know that in the beginning. So, and then sometimes I've had people where they bought, because for example, the large priority mail mailing box is literally 11 ounces empty. That's not free weight. That has to go in with the item. So I have to actually calculate that. By the time I wrap it, that's 1 pound for packaging. That's why I do any item 3.5 to 4 pounds has to go in that box. And with everything packaged in there, double box, whatever, it will be 5 pounds. So I will do a custom ship profile for those certain items. But if I have that item, I can manipulate the system to toggle. And you can too. You just have to be careful and make sure the weight weighs what it is. Sometimes if it's just a regular priority and I don't have it, I toggle to that flat rate. So if it works for you, you can use it. You just have to figure it out. I can't figure it out for you. But I highly recommend using it on certain conditions. Okay, I think I already went and read that already about the shipping. Look, shipping's like this. It can be your worst nightmare or your best friend. And you need to kind of like cuddle it, and you need to like take it in, and you need to realize like, okay, I'm not going to overthink about it. This item weighs this much. I'm going to run it at that packaged up as if my little eggs, okay, my little egg package, not yet. I have to weigh it, and I have to make sure when I put it in a box, because I'm not going to put this in a bubble mailer. It's going to be destroyed, right? Because these are fragile eggs, and I'm going to weigh it on my scale. Okay, these are 2 ounces. They're going to go in a 4 to 7 ounce box because that's the box size. The bigger the box gets, the more it weighs. So I'm going to put it in there. I am going to run the eggs at the 4 to 7 ounce. So it's going to cost you what? $5 for shipping. You've used 7 ounces of your packaging with it. Show the eggs. Yeah. Can you tell me how people are using media mail for books in estate sale or vintage decor? Yeah. So, okay. So you guys with me so far with the shipping, how that works? Don't focus on like, it's shipping's too much. Focus on getting your item listed, how it's going to be shipped. So it's like this. If I ship this out, it's probably going to do one of these. If I just slap a label on it, Okay. If I slap a label on it, here's what's going to happen. Oh, whoops. I'm the postman. I'm going to put it back. Shit. They didn't put it in a box. Yeah. They didn't put it in a box. Whoops. That went right in my coffee. Yeah. So word to the wise, include the packaging weight. It's not going to get there without it. Unless you're shipping a pineapple, just slap a label on it and test it out, because that's how you find out if the shipping works. But you do have to have the shipping into the item. It's required. You can't ship. I couldn't ship that like this. I mean, I could, but the buyer's probably going to be like, I'm never shopping with that girl. She's nuts. And there's no eggs in my box. What happened? Postman got hungry? Postwoman? Come on. Right? Okay. So I have not done any, Amy, but I know it has to be in the book category. You know what? Living Bliss Vintage is going to be doing her chat show about that. She might be a good person to ask more like how it works out. But you can, okay, if you have a book show, you have to only have books loaded. Okay. You can have stuff in the marketplace, but you can't for your show have anything but that. Yeah, so it has to be specifically in the book category, and you can only run books. You couldn't run like some glass vases, because that show the labels will be medium mail. And if I'm wrong, let me know. But I know for sure that you can't do that. People are doing that, and they're packing whatever in there. And then yeah, so it's better to just do a show with the books. I think they're going ground advantage if it's in a like a vintage decor category. Yeah, I don't think it's putting the books, even when you list, unless you list them in books, because I wouldn't have 100% answer on that one now that I'm thinking about it, because I haven't done that. Has anybody done any book shows here, like specifically books? I just know you don't get media mail labels when your show is in the different category. Yeah, I'm not sure now. Now you got me thinking. I'm going to screenshot that because I want to find out. I like to find out. Yeah, I've been thinking about some books because I have some really cool ones. Yo, okay. You need to do the blink. Yeah. And some people, like, I think you start selling enough that you know how much a t-shirt weighs, right? Just like a cotton t-shirt. Okay. Maybe that's 8 to 11 ounces. I don't know. I'm guessing because t-shirts aren't that light. Depends on the size too. You could have a kid's one that's like a 4T that weighs maybe, 4 ounces by itself. Yeah. There you go. Everybody follow everybody. Yes. And go check out their shows and see if that's a buyer you want to go to. Yeah. And also, right, just like Bonnie says, shipping is different depending on what you ship. But there are people that do the generics. At the end, it's up to them. They have to be the one to deal with the shipping. A lot of times I've been seeing this on the Facebook groups, right? People complaining they get packages and there's money due. So I think the generic shipping when you're new, don't do it. Don't do it. Weigh everything. It's a pain in the butt. But so what? Then when you figure out what everything weighs, then do what you want to do. But in the beginning, I think everybody has to weigh their stuff. But if that's not working for you, then don't. But that's just my suggestion. Yeah. Coins, smalls, there you go. Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, it's creating like a huge, people get so worried over the shipping. I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations about shipping. It's like literally the biggest debated topic. Because, oh, so and so's doing it over here. He weighs everything 8 to 11 ounces, or she weighs everything 8 to 11. And they run all kinds of different sizes and stuff. Yes, but they know their business. They've been doing it a long time. Yeah, I think you think so, Bonnie. Shipping is the easy part. We're the ones who overcomplicate it. Absolutely. So you had to pay $5, Vavo Vooms, for your package. Did you reach out to Whatnot? If you got a receipt, they will reimburse you. Yeah, Hoss of Daisy says I stop buying from people who do that. Yeah, I don't want to pay. I will tell you about a package I recently got. When you're buying in the Bite Now, you're like, okay, it's a pound, right? I bought, I don't know, 12, 14 items. I got them in the mail and they were in a priority mail small box. No, a medium box. Oh, good. They were in a medium box. They wasn't flat rate. But I was like, I paid more than $9.21 because they were individual. The box was so light. I put it on my scale. Oh no, it was a small. I put it on my scale. Guess how much it weighed? 4 ounces. 4 ounces. It said 2.5 pounds. Am I going to go back and shop there? Never. Very disheartening because I'm like, I just wasted my money. That was literally 4 ounces. And it was like a lot of small stuff, but they were like light as a feather. Yeah. You got a whole, oh, that's cool. And the poor mailman had to hunt you down for $5. Isn't it crazy? Yeah, it's a lesson. I know. I just feel like, okay, I do have to contact Whatnot to get my money back because I shouldn't have to get a package that's, and I took pictures so they could see it. It's just a lesson, like, and the buyer is the sweetest. So I'll probably talk to her and tell her, hey, just so you know. Yeah. I at this point I don't even care. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. But imagine if I did this all the time, which I buy a lot. If I did that all the time and because it just felt extra light to me and I went, I'm like, that's not even a pound. Um, you know what I mean? Double check your shipping settings before you go live. Also, when you're running your item, you can actually hit edit real quick if you're on whatever device and you can see what the weight is. Just double check those heavy items. What's up, Lily Lane? How you doing? Don't do bundles if under when you can do whatever you want, but if you want to reach the instant payout, you get that by selling 1,000 transactions. Okay. If you start bundling a bunch of stuff, I did that. I would have been at 1,000 like overnight, but I did a ton of bundles. It's fine, but you can do whatever you want. You only do flat rate, Bonnie? Bonnie, remind me what you're selling again. Crafts and beads, right? Bags and beauty, we just talked about that, the shipping. So many new sellers see big sellers doing dollar starts and max shipping and choose. But let me let you know, the sellers that are doing that, they've already tested everything that works for them. I've watched them go live selling one at a time and then trying different things. And now some of those sellers who are in the volume, they're just running whatever. And if it goes over on the shipping, guess who's paying for it? They are. They are because they do so much volume. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars. $200 for shipping as a tax write-off. Big deal. Yeah. So their mentality is different and it works for their business because they're not worried about that nickel and dime anymore, you know? Yeah. And they're making sure, hopefully they are making all sure. What's up, community? How you doing? You decided to research some. Oh yeah, some things are super valuable. You just spend a little time and you got to make sure it's selling, or some stuff isn't even on the internet. You got to find it in a book. So what do? I sent out a couple of packages and I had to redo the shipping. It's not showing that it's been shipped. Did you take it to the post office counter and have it scanned? If you're a brand new seller, you should absolutely do that every time. Nobody wants to wait in line, but you have to do that in your first. You have to take it to the counter and they scan for acceptance. That means, hi, I'm the postman or post office. I've got the package. Now I'm going to take it and pass it to the distribution center and then it goes on its way. You have to do that every time. But sometimes, so you know, just in case you took it there to the counter, dropped it off, the very first ones, you need to do that because it's covered in their insurance. Sometimes their system doesn't scan, like, I don't know when you dropped it off or anything, but sometimes it doesn't actually scan in their system for 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes it doesn't even scan until it's delivered. I just had a crazy, weird, I had the weirdest thing ever happen. I took it to the post office. I had one package that went on literally the same day that it was purchased, and then another one on Saturday. They both got scanned delivered on 2 days later. And I'm like, that impossible. But they got delivered to my own post office to a P.O. box that I don't have. So of course the buyer was upset and thought I sent it to my own P.O. box. I would have no control on that, whatever the shipping label said, right? So I played detective and I went to my post office. And I know them all. And I'm like, dude, this says delivered. Can you guys help me? Can you fix it? And they're like, we can't fix it. But what happens is when a package is mishandled, it gets rerouted. So there's internal tracking that you don't see on like USPS.com. And they literally printed out a sheet and it was delivered to the buyer. Yeah, it all worked out. But it's like that kind of stuff drives me like batty because I know I go and ship. I have them scan it right in front of me. But whoever was new that day made a mistake. That happens. It's just how you want to respond to it. And I'm like telling the buyer, just hang in there. It's going to get delivered. But it ended up working out. So, you know, I can't stress about it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe explain adjustments you've seen people use or use them or lose them. So Whatnot gives us some grace. We know that not everybody knows how to do the shipping, like, right? So in your account, there's shipping adjustments, and they can be used with, say, for example, you have a bundled order and it's over and you got to change the label to be more weight. If it's not over a certain weight or that dimension, you can use the adjustment. So you don't pay for it, they do it. Now, if you print a label and then you go, oh my gosh, I have 2 packages going to de-archivist, I need to bundle those back together. If you go back to bundle them together, your shipping adjustment, which is like a free label kind of adjustment, they don't let you do that. You still have to pay for it. So you want to do that before you print a label. In my experience, I've had that. You went in and manually used a different label. You have to, did you ship the item? Like I see that you fixed it, but you need to go in and try to track it. It doesn't show anything. Yeah. When did you take it? Like there's so much information missing. Like I can't really answer the question. And I know when you're new, it's you panic. First of all, calm down, breathe. It'll be okay. You have to figure out how long it took. Yeah. How do you set up items as individual sales if someone buys multiple bundles? So I kind of answered that a little bit ago, actually, Janice. You have to, like, if you look in my buy now, all my stuff is individual. If somebody came in and said, hey, Dee, you know those Fenton pieces you have, those little boy and girl and the vases, can you bundle those? Absolutely, right? I put them all on my scale. I know what box they're going to go in. Okay, I got to add 11 ounces. Hey, you know what? We're at 7 pounds. Is that all you're going to buy? Yes. I know it fits in a large priority mail box. Oh, it'll fit in a flat rate. So you know what? We'll run it one time and then I do that. And that's what I was talking about earlier. But if you don't and you have everything going one at a time, the system bundles it for you to make the perfect shipping package bundle, right? And you just have to make sure you're not, selling like a 12, 14-inch swung vase with that bundle, because that's where the shipping's going to hurt you. So anytime I have anything big like that, a swung vase, a big giant hand, any kind of glass, those are all in their own box. Yeah. Eggs, Andy. I'm really back in the chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm back in the chat. So if you keep posting the same thing, I'm going to eventually get to it. You've done books and book categories only. Yeah. List the books under media. Oh, I'm way back. Okay, I'm just going to go to the top. So if I missed something. It is, Liz. It is a good idea to weigh things prior to selling. And then just as you're packing it, just double check the weight. You want to make sure it's accurate. And say, for example, somebody bought a pound, but then by the time you adjust everything, between 1 pound and 5 pounds, you can change the label. So if de-archivist comes shopping with you and Dee's stuff, the label says 1 pound 6 ounces, and you put everything in the box and put it on your scale and it says 2 pounds 6, just change it. It's not going to charge you, and it's within the 5 pounds. You're totally fine, but you want to change it because you don't want it to be going to D and it's 1 pound 6. The postman is going to say, D, you owe me $12. You're not getting this. So you can do it. It's not going to cost anything. Like sometimes I'll have stuff that's like, I weigh it, it's 68 ounces. I don't know why it's like that, because I put in the weights, but sometimes I don't know, with packaging and everything, you have a few extra. I put it on the scale and I'm like, oh, it's 80 ounces. Shit. All right, I'll change it. And I change it to 5 pounds because I don't want anybody to have to pay extra. Oh, Christelle's, I think I missed what you were written. Man, I'm really back. Oh, there's a new label. Just make sure you use the right label, because when you print a label on Whatnot and then you make a new one, the old label is trash. And the tracking number is erased. And Whatnot cannot get it back. I know that from experience. I would absolutely scan to me, I had the post office scan everything up to 1,000. Now I go to the counter, they know me, they scan right there every time when I go in. What's up, Michelle Maybell? You're going to record them? I mean, you could record them, but how are you going to prove that that's the box you packaged up, took it to the post office, right? Yeah, it's kind of hard because unless you have a cam on that watches you put it in the box, film, film you packaging it, film you driving to the post office with the box right next to you, film you getting out of the car, all in one clip, right? Believe me, like I tell my post office, I'm recording you right now. I'll wear my cap with the camera. They laugh. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying. All right, I'm going to go back into the chat. Okay, we're not too far behind. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, best number of devices to run smooth newbie show with good reminders and control. What do you mean by reminders and control? One record show, one task show. I don't really know what that means. Seller notes. Help me understand that question. I'm sorry, but it seems yeah, you put the same thing under it. It does kind of make sense. Okay, so you're asking basically what device to use. Right now I'm streaming from my cell phone. If you're brand new, don't think you got to have 5 devices. Okay. I'm streaming. I use OBS a lot. I record my screen. So whatever the chat is here will be on YouTube after this. I always publish the chats. Last week I didn't. I have an iPad. So I can use an iPad and I can go live off the iPad if I want. I don't recommend it. I don't care if you have like the best iPad. You can't do a scan. You're going to move around too much. So like I haven't really touched my phone barely, but to do the chat, I I highly recommend that you go live on a phone, whether it be iPhone or Android. Get to know it, get to know all the buttons, preload your show before you go live. Okay, but say for example, I want to I know we got a couple of raids and I pin the raids. But you can go like on my other device, I can go and post that from my other device. So I'm not even touching this. I'm not wiggling around, nothing. I can do whatever I want. I put a question mark, I highlight it. I do it from a second device. When I go live on Whatnot, I have actually a microphone over here. You don't see it. I don't move it because it makes a bunch of noise. And then I have I forgot that camera's on. I have a MacBook Pro, so I do everything on that. So my camera, if I'm selling, like if I want to go over and do selling, I set up a tripod and and it could be like, I keep I break tripods like crazy, but I have like one of these, a phone stand. It's just because I need to glue it. Okay, I have that. Okay. It's not the most ideal. The one I'm on is ideal because it's lower. And when I'm putting it to be looking at the items, I don't have to touch it. I can do a lot of things. I can do face cam. I can do all kinds of stuff with it. But I highly recommend if you're brand new, just focus using your phone first. Because a lot of people join with the iPad and they forget to mute themselves. So all you hear is an echo, and it's kind of really annoying if you're on the other end. Yeah. So when I use the iPad, I'm using that to be my controller. If I want to run an auction, or I'm using my laptop. Who's using a lot of people use second devices, but I feel like you need to get comfortable with your phone first, because a lot of people, I see this on here all the time, they go live with their device and then maybe they have their iPad in another stand over here and they turn and they're like, hey everybody, how's it going, welcome in to Coffee Talk. Yeah, we're just talking about, and they are not looking at the chat, they're looking at the thing and the chat swiped away, but they're looking at the device, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm on the wrong device. Yeah, I see it all the time. Yeah, even people that have been on here for a long time are doing that a couple times. And then sometimes I'm in there all red chat them and go, hey, look over here, the other side. Use an iPad as a camera. Yeah, camera phone and as your second device. So you use an iPad as the camera. And my eyes are up here. And you can laugh. I laugh at it now because I remember like in the beginning. So up here I have a camera, like I don't know why I left it on. I forgot. I think because I was streaming last. I left it on all night. So I have like a DSLR, like a real photography camera on a mount up above my laptop. That's for OBS. Then I have like all my lighting on at night. I use this as a camera also. So I have 2 cameras. That's like techie nerd stuff, but get to know that. Then you can decide if you're techie and you want to upgrade your stream with OBS. Then there's like simple settings. You can do fun stuff. Yeah, but I always like to have my laptop as a backup. So I'll show you. Look, I'll show you my setup. It's kind of like a little bit of a mess because we're rebuilding it. Okay, here's the laptop. So this is my chat. There's the chat. It is being recorded. Hold on. Let me get rid of these windows here. It's being recorded over here. This is another monitor, a big one, and it's got OBS, right? It's just a third-party software called Open Broadcasting System. It's obsproject.com. Okay, it's not for everybody. I got a camera up here, and it can see me there with a little mirror clip. I use this little mount right here to hold my phone. I have a microphone right here that can hear me. This is connected for OBS. It's not connected for my phone, totally different. And then over here, I have my scale. And I just recently put everything over here. And then right here is kind of like a setup if you were to, run an item. So you put this, here's another tripod I use. I use this for cards because it's kind of flat. And then it's usually turned around the other way because I can just put something down here and run cards. Right? But that tripod works. And then I can, phone mount. I can take and usually I can zoom in and you don't see all this stuff on the side. I can do that. And then I can do this. Let's see if it works where I'm at. Oh, I could actually change it this way. So hang on. I want to get it to the right. Let's do the right angle, right? Now watch this. Okay, you have to have seller tools on. Oh, I don't have my seller tools on. Well, that just sucks. Yeah, so my seller tools are off right now because I'm not using them. I have to turn them on before each show. But what I was going to show you is if I'm showing the item with seller tools on, there's something called face cam. So I could show the picture of the item and then a little tiny, you guys want to see what that looks like? I wish there was an option to just turn it on in your stream, but it doesn't let me. Let's see. Yeah, it only has rotate camera mic right now. It doesn't have it. You want to see what it looks like? Okay, watch this. I'll be right back. I'm going to be leaving my show, but I'll be right back in less than a minute. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, that would be great. Let's see. Preferences. Seller tools. Yeah, please stay on. Okay, so now you see my background, okay? Which is like, I could put anything I want. I can also zoom in and I could go back to my original spot, right? You just want to have it, look, isn't that nice? You have a clean background. I can run whatever I want. Okay, I can zoom in. Okay, now watch. Yeah, just clean. Because, who wants to look at tchotchke stuff? It's like distracting sometimes. And then I can go over to the three dots. I don't really like where this angle is because you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I can do face cam. Hi, here I am. Now I'm going to show you my item, right? So you get both. And then the cool part is I can take this, I can shrink it, and I could go like up here so you could see me. But if it's over there in an angle, it's like I'm like this. Yeah, so I could go, okay, you can swap them. Yeah, you can swap them. Watch. Okay, so now we're going to look at the item. I can actually do this. I can go over here like this. Okay, here's the item. I'm going to switch it out. Let's put some wind up dinosaurs we've got. And then we're going to put them, but you got to remember, you're working backwards. Yeah, so it's not exactly easy to see yourself big and then do that, right? But if you take a break and you want to talk, you can leave it. It's cool for flash sales, absolutely. And then you could switch it to that. So I could do this with OBS or I could do it with Whatnot. It's only for iPhone. Unfortunately, it's only for iPhone. But every time you go live, before you go live, you have to turn on your seller tools. Okay, but notice I'm really zoomed in on the item. I can move now watch, if I move my camera up here, I'm kind of like, it's not comfortable for me, right? It's not comfortable for me. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so it's not, you got to figure out what works for you. I have all kinds of books and stuff right here, but you can try anything out. See? I can do whatever I want there. Yeah. And then I love this. I actually love this feature for people who want OBS and they could just do this. You don't have to make, you can make yourself tiny. You could also do this. It's kind of funny. You can take your picture and you use your finger to move it around and you can put it over here, whatever you want. You can put it real big too. Hey, everybody. And then you have to use 2 fingers, right? So I could 2 fingers squeeze and then I can move myself up so I fit the whole screen, right? Or whatever I want. Yeah, it's a cool feature. So it is essentially like what I do with OBS. But obviously if I have my camera going down, I can't be on top of my camera. It's going to look super weird. So it only works in these kind of situations. And it works really good if you're sitting in one spot. Like right now, I'm not super comfortable at all. But just to show you how it works, yeah, find the angle that looks good. It's not going to work. It's free. OBS is free. However, in order to run OBS, you will spend some money on a computer. You have to have a really good computer to be able to handle it. Chromebook will not cut it for OBS. People can stream with OBS on iPad, but it requires you to buy some other tools. Yeah, Chromebook won't work. But it takes time to set it up. You need to have a really good internet connection. No, just use to do this with iPhone. Yeah, if you're, yes, sometimes it will heat your phone up, but I've been doing it long enough. My phone doesn't get hot. It doesn't get more hot than it usually does. A couple of times though, it's crashed and I had to I always keep my phone plugged in so it stays charged. And then I did some hacks to my phone so it doesn't get hot anymore. But every time Whatnot does an update, it restarts it. So I got to go back in and do the hacks. Yeah. Congratulations on the Awake Club. Yeah. It can, but it requires you to buy a lot of tools. I don't recommend it. There's other softwares you would have to buy to make it work. And I don't know that it would work with Whatnot. So I say just desktop. Yeah, and you want a wired internet connection as well. Yeah, you put your phone. Some people use ice packs. They use these cases that have ice packs. Also, the case that you're using on your phone, sometimes it holds in the heat. Sometimes it's better if you don't drop your phone. Sometimes is better to actually take it out of the case. Take it out of the case. It's an insulator, right? It's to protect it. It also is a heat insulator. So you want to take it out of there. The most tech thing I can do is a background on a Zoom call. Hey, most people can't figure that out, Zazzy. That's pretty good. Hey, I got to look and see what you just, okay. See, my stream just got messed up. So now I got to fix it. Let's see if it worked okay. Okay, there we go. Hold on, I want to see. You got a one-on-one time with me. We will schedule that. Absolutely. Thank you for your purchase. So Vava Vooms went in and bought a one-on-one with me so I could help her. So I sell my time for a one-on-one. I'm going to move my camera over here because we don't need seller tools anymore, but you can see how cool that actually is. Hold on one second. I was sometimes I always forget face cam. See, and then it's on there. You can switch it to yourself. Hold on. And then I'm going to move it right over here. I'll send you a message and then we'll figure out what time works best. Thank you for your purchase. So she purchased a private one-on-one stream for 60 minutes, but I just bumped my package up. So what I do is I do 60 minutes. We do a private Zoom. We do one-on-one. We can talk about whatever you need to talk about to help you do better in your stream. But I always allow 10 minutes at the beginning and 10 minutes at the end. So we get to know each other and chat. And then at the end, a wrap up. So that's extra on top of the time, just so you know. And sometimes we don't use all the time. Sometimes people just need a couple of things. So thank you very much for your seller support purchase. I appreciate it. Yeah. And then I'll send you a message after we can figure out. If you want to do it today, we could do it today right after this. Oh, no problem. Thank you so much. We'll get I'm glad your feet are wet. Yeah, you've been doing good. Thank you. Thank you. Not today. Fine. Send me a message and then let me know what day works and I'll try to carve out time. Friday is not good for me because I have a meeting. Yeah, we'll send each other a message. No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words, everybody. How can we purchase one-on-one? I have it in the buy it now. I can pin it right now. I have a couple of them. Okay, hold on. I'll pin it and then you can see what's in it. And then there's all kinds of information. Yeah. And you don't have to get it today. You can talk to me and then I will try to help you out. But yeah, that just is the time. I don't charge for like what I show you or any whatnot feature at all. It's my time. No, you can't. I don't think you can buy it when not in show because we're not allowed to put them in the marketplace. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to put them in the marketplace, but it might be in my show. It might be assigned in a show. So go in a show and do it. And I think it works. Yeah, because I'm on at nighttime. If you click on the picture, you can scroll down and read about it. Yes. And just so you know, I'm updating all the graphics in it. So these say like December 31st expires. These actually expired December 2025. I just haven't updated that graphic, which I'm probably going to try to do today. Yeah. How do you do the multi-size? I haven't played with that, to be totally honest. I haven't played with that yet. I feel like it's in beta testing. Do you guys have it now? Let me see if I could pull it up on here. Yeah, I feel like it's beta. Variants. Yeah. But it's like clothing only, right? Category. I haven't played with it, so I have to play with it first. Yeah. I'm sorry I don't have an answer for that. And then hold on, I want to screenshot this. Okay. What's up? What's up, Big D? What's up, Fundamentals? Yeah, I said hi, Big D, to ThriftWorks and at Red Chat. Everybody type back Big D. You've only seen Avery use it? Yeah, I think it's still in beta. I haven't gotten it. I haven't asked for it because I don't really sell variants. Yeah, I mean, I do actually. I sell those damn bitty pops, and there's a variant. I would be a good person to test it. It's under quantity? Okay, let me look. Well, I'm on desktop. So I don't think it is for me. I'm good, Fundamentals. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to have to look right now. I have to tell you, I went to a Kiyomi's show and I got some Hello Kitty barbecue chips. She got me hooked on those damn things. They were so good. You used it in different size bracelets and it worked. Yeah. Yeah. No more. I can't buy snacks right now. I have to eat all the ones I got. And my family didn't like none of the snacks I got. Well, the kids did. Yeah, they stole half of them. I went crazy. I bought a lot of snacks. What not snack category is very dangerous. Yeah, you can do it on your phone. But it's in beta, which means it's only released to selected sellers on the Whatnot platform and not everybody just yet because they're testing it. They want to make sure it's going to work and how it works and it's going to benefit everybody. You did it with fabric, but you haven't put, oh, okay. Freeze dried. Okay, I tried freeze dried Skittles the other day. I never had them. Wow. Holy crap. I need some lemon head freeze dried. This is very dangerous. I need toothbrushes too. Yeah. Because you know I'm going to be needing. Is WhatsApp leaning towards refunding? Well, WhatsApp, it has nothing to do with Whatnot. You mean Whatnot, I think. It's probably a typo. Refunding customers prior to giving sellers 48 hours to respond. I don't have an answer for that right now. I know that I'm in the customer service beta test because I don't think it's fully, it's okay. I knew what you meant. It's not fully out, I think. I've been dealing with it. I like it. I've only had like 2-3 returns now. Where they were like, I didn't get it, but yet it delivered. Whatnot handled it. I don't know. I kind of like it because you can communicate with the buyer first. Yeah, you can communicate with the buyer first. They'll send you a message and then it goes right to the customer service tab and then you can read it and have a conversation back and forth, right? You like it, Sassy? Have you had a lot of any like returns or anything like that? Because I didn't have any forever. And then, yep, fundamentals, the Bay method. I mean, I think a lot of sellers requested that they wanted to handle their returns because there's rumors. I never had Whatnot take money out of my bank account for somebody making a return. I never had that. I have to approve the return. But here's the thing. If I'm selling something, here's my rule. And you want to return it, because I say it clearly, I have it in my show notes, no cancellations, no refunds, no exchanges, things like that. Because I'm not a store, I'm not Amazon, I'm a person. You're buying at an online yard sale, essentially. I'm not a brand new store. When someone says, you know, they've seen it, the way I sell, and unless I'm doing a flash sale sometimes, but when I sell, I put the description, I put everything in there, I show it, I explain it. If I make a mistake, I'm happy to eat one. Like I couldn't find an item that was in the damn box and I canceled it. And now I'm not 100%. Oh well, I'm 99%. But that's how you like learn. Okay, before I do that, I need to make sure everything's there. And it was stuck at the bottom of the box. And it was one of my buyers who buys all the time from me. You know what I mean? So it's like you make mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, the freeze dried's nuts. Okay. You think buyers are going into that issue? Freeze dried marshmallows, what? You spend some money. Okay, see, I went back in the chat. This happens all the time. There's a seller that does the best candy freeze dried. Okay, Bonnie, I found that person. They got freeze dried ice cream sandwiches. How? How? It's sweet something. Freeze dried ice cream sandwiches. Yeah, their name is like sweet something. I don't know, but I get a damn alert every time. Just search freeze dried ice cream sandwiches. Oh, I have to check that out. Okay, I'm checking them out. But the guy's like he's like a dessert pastry chef. Say hello. Sorry, I got distracted there. The snack category is game changer. Okay. Um, let's go back. That's the next video I need to do. Okay, wait, tell me again what I need to do. Oh, the variant one. Opinions on method sellers use of putting all items. Okay, a claim show. You're talking about a claim show. A really good seller to watch who does a claim show is Cat Bow, CATBOW. I think she has a number at the end. She'll do a show where she's like, okay, everybody, this is what we're going to do. We're doing flat rate. You're going to fill a box. I'm going to show the item. I'm going to run the little bird, $4. First person for $4. And then you say, type in claim or whatever the letter. Yes. I don't know. And then the next person, or no, actually they put the dollar amount, right? Okay, the first one's going to be $3. I'm just going to make it up. $3. If you want to drop a 3, they put a 3 in the chat. Okay, the next bid is going to be $4. Next person want 4, and then 4 they claim it, and then they wait, and then that person gets it. They put it in their flat rate box, and then they write on the box. But I'm going to tell you, I know exactly what happened in yours. Okay, they write in the box D, $3. Anyway, they keep a list on the lid of the box or on a piece of paper. Then an hour later, the person says, hey, I'm ready to check out. So I take their box and I weigh it, and I know, okay, when I package it up, I put it on the scale, or I already know it's flat rate, doesn't matter on the weight, right? So I run it. If it's a flat rate show, I'm doing it that way. I fill the box. They can fill 2 or 3. I put it in the buy now and I go, okay, your total after all your goodies came to $100 plus shipping. Drop it in the buy now. They go purchase it. I'm on my way, right? Yeah. So some people do it that way. Sometimes people, when you drop it in the buy now, they vanish and you just wasted all that time. It does happen. I've never done a claim show, but I've watched people on here do it and they do a really good job at it. But the faster you can work on it, the faster you can get it, right? You had 2 people with large orders, leave and never pay again. Yeah. So it's all about, what's up, Vintage Chick? It's all about, if you want to do that, that's the risk you're going to take, is that, you know, they do this and then they leave and then they can't find you maybe. Yeah. So I don't do those kind of shows. I've watched some people do it really well. I've bought from Living Bliss Vintage, like craft paper stuff. That worked out great. You do bundles like that. And how does that work out? I think it works out okay for you, right, D? Yeah. When I say D, I'm talking to fundamentals. Yeah, I'll do bundles where, like, I have some of my buyers that have been buying from me from the beginning. They keep coming back to me. Fundamentals is also in the program I'm in, the community host. He does a lot of really great chat shows too, and he has really a lot of great shows. So you should definitely check him out. Those kind of shows I like to shop in. I do love to shop. I want to get as maximize that shipping. Yeah. The fabric community is usually not an issue. Yeah. Yeah, you have to learn. Like shipping, I think is the easiest thing about Whatnot. Like it literally is the easiest thing. And I know people watch this and they're like, she is nuts. Shipping is a pain in the ass. It's so hard to do. I lose money. It's not. When you figure it out and you figure out how to work that shipping, and when I say it, just like I've learned to change my business model, what I sell and whatnot, what I know fits in a box. I can sell a lot of vintage glass stuff, but when it starts hitting 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, it's getting a custom ship profile because typically most of those items, they're 50, 60, 70, 80 and up dollars. They're not $1 items. Yeah. It has to make business sense. You started out with large breakables and now you do fabric. See? Because we were OG vintage, weren't we, Vintage Chick? We were OG vintage, like when vintage kind of started. And we were spending so much time wrapping stuff. And we were trying to tell Whatnot, we need more than 2 days. We need more than 2 days. You could like literally, wrap cardboard around a sports card, put it in a bubble mailer and mail it. We're over here like, how many boxes do we gotta like do? Cut the sides, wrap the paper, bubble wrap it 5 layers. It was no joke. Yeah, it was no joke. But now a lot of people who are in vintage are like, we're not shipping the big stuff. So maybe now that we have local pickup, you do the big stuff, local pickup only, right? There's so many options. Yeah. Yeah, use the custom ship profiles. It will actually make your life selling and packing 1,000 times better. Almost all the big stuff I have, actually I've sold a lot of big, but I have some big stuff up here. Those are all custom ship profiles that people don't mind paying the shipping on it. I've never had a buyer say to me that spends money on big glass, D, that's too much for shipping. They have no problem with it because they know me through, and look at my reviews. I have pretty good reviews for shipping. I overpack. Yeah, you'll get packaging materials with mine. But you learn how to do that, and do things happen? Absolutely. Mistakes happen. But ever since I started doing custom ship profiles, like probably over 2 years ago, shipping is even easier. Like I literally want to set it, meaning pick the shipping and forget it. And then when it sells on the big stuff, I always double check because sometimes I've had recently, I went and deleted all my shipping profiles that I don't use, the test ones, and I deleted one. And when I went to run the item, nobody bought it, thankfully. But a couple of people told me, D, your shipping says free. I'm like, what? So I fixed it. Do you make them pay for extra shipping? No, no, I don't. Actually, here's what happens. If I'm running the stuff, the Whatnot calculator, like I'll take this item off. The Whatnot calculator will basically calculate it. So earlier I kind of talked about it in length. So some people do custom ship profiles for items that are big and bulky, or if they're selling like a bundle of something, and that's custom. So they create it, they name it. I actually haven't gotten to that shipping part in my video series that I'm making for YouTube, but I actually will because I'm making the craziest video right now. Yeah, which is basically about raiding and recycling your raid. So the way the Whatnot system calculates it, so they'll calculate the 0 ounces to 15 ounces. That's ground advantage. 16 ounces becomes a pound. 16 ounces to 80 ounces, because everything's done in ounces, which makes it confusing, I think, for new buyers. 80 ounces is 5 pounds. When you buy 5 pounds worth of stuff, on the bottom of the screen, if it's free, like over a pound, it's going to say in purple, free shipping. Okay. Take advantage of that free shipping while you have it. If you want to buy some, if you gift to chat, it doesn't include in that. You have to pay for that. It does take so much time. Oh my gosh. I'm not editing. I'm just doing it. No more edits. You're getting the real deal. And I've made some mistakes. If you watch the videos, you're going to laugh. I've said some words. Whoops. I don't care. Yeah. Because otherwise I'll record it 43 times. But anyway, with the shipping, it's like, no, my name is the same on everything, but I don't really even sell there. I only deal with Whatnot. Yeah. So if somebody's shopping with me, they're checking out every time. Yeah, it's D_archivist. It's the same exact name for YouTube. Yeah. I found you. You popped up on my FYP, so I've subscribed. Just remember that. So buyer's going to keep shopping with you. And if you're a buyer and you come into someone's stream and you see a dinky little thing like this that weighs 1 to 3 ounces, and it says $9.21 for shipping, you need to question that and say, listen up, excuse me, I think the shipping might have a mistake, because no seller wants to. I mean, I can't say no. There are people that do that. They put these little tiny things at $9.21. Yeah. So please don't do that. But ask the question, because maybe it is a simple mistake. They didn't realize it, and then they don't sell it and they don't understand why. Just say, hey, and you could red chat them. But a lot of times new sellers don't know about red chat. So if you use the words like PayPal, boobies, boobs, whatever, it like makes it red. So only the seller can see it in the mods. So if you do that and say it, they're going to read the whole thing out. Yes. And that too. Yes. And that too. You guys can't see, but there's some red chat for words. Yeah. So just know that some sellers don't know that, and it's okay, but you're trying to help them. It's hilarious if you're on the other end. You're on the other end. Yeah. What it does is it flags words that may be offensive or inappropriate. And so, a lot of people don't want that in a chat. Also, you can choose which words you want to ban, but you could type F word, man. It doesn't block it. Now, all the people that typed all that, it'll be on YouTube. So you guys could go to YouTube if you want to see what the red chat looks like, because it screen records the whole screen. Yeah. And it's not a big deal. I'm not offended at all. The red chat's fun. Some of the streams, like, people only talk in red chat. And when you see sellers cracking up, it's because of the red chat. And sometimes there's secret chat that only mods and the seller can see. We used to not see the red chat. Okay. We wouldn't see it. Only the mods could see it. And then they changed it. And it's so distracting, but leave it, whatnot. Please don't change it. Yeah. So anyways, when it does this auto calculation of the bundle, each time the person, like, I had a guy come in with some coin. People rated me like the craziest, coolest thing in the community. Thank you so much, Dawn. I appreciate you. And they came, I'm still laughing about it. They came in anyway. The one guy, he buys from me all the time. And because he loves like Egyptian stuff or like cool toys for his kids, but he bought like 46 items one night. And literally he picked a swung vase, and I said, hey, I hate to tell you this, but I'm going to have to do a custom ship profile for this because it's not going to fit in the box. And he's like, no problem. Yeah. And I said, I wouldn't want it. I don't want the integrity of the item to get destroyed. Yeah. So I did a custom ship profile right on the spot, because I already have them in there. They're saved in there. So I already know. You've had that question when you have a lightweight item listed and it'll weigh 1 to 3 ounces to mail it, but someone buys and it weighs much less. So what I would do is, there has to be a glitch for that. I wonder if there's a glitch. Are you sure it's in the weight with the packaging materials? Yeah, I bought some stuff recently, and one of them was like 3.5 pounds, and it weighed literally 8 ounces. But when you put in the weight for each item, it should calculate the highest weight. So if you put 1 to 3 ounces for something, it will grab 3 ounces, right? So if there's like 5 items, that'll be 15 ounces. That's less than a pound. But if there's 6, it's going to be a pound or more. The label will output whatever you put in. But if you put 0 to 1 ounces, it's going to calculate 1 ounce. So if there's 10 items, it's going to be 10 ounces. It will auto do it that way. It usually won't go higher than that. Usually, whatever weight you put in, it'll usually do it. But things happen and we learn, right? Yeah. But that's a good question. I think I answered all the. Yeah. So don't fret on shipping. At first it seems like a big thing. I've made like 4 shipping videos. If you really that's for nighttime. That red chat's for nighttime. It's daytime. What are you doing? My biggest troll is here right now, but like a good troll. You guys crack me up. What's up, Iron Cowboy? How you doing? Bias, what's up? Is it Lisa? I don't remember. You're asking me to remember Christy at 3:00 in the morning? He did. Yeah, he did. No, not really, but I'm just dying laughing. What's up, Sunshine Lollipops? How are you doing? But if the buyer pays way too much shipping, if they buy several, can I no, well, you can, but they've already paid the amount. So for example, if they paid for like a pound and it weighs like less, then that's up to the buyer to go to Whatnot and get a refund. I don't think it'll come from you because the shipping is all handled by Whatnot. But it does happen sometimes. Or if you weigh it and it's a 1 pound, but the pack, they bought 1 pound worth of stuff, and then you weighed it was 2 pounds, change the label to 2. You have up to 5 pounds to change it. Because if you ship it to them and it weighs under what it is, they're going to have to pay, possibly, not always. Yes, exactly. But you understand this. When your buyer gets it, they're going to pay the retail rate, not the Whatnot rate. Yeah. You were up all night. Did you go to bed out and about? You didn't go to bed? You didn't go to bed. I almost just stayed up, but I really had to sleep a little bit. You guys crack me up. Yeah, you don't want to overcharge the buyer. Just for next time, maybe double check it, like when you have multiples, just to see. Oh, yeah, because you're trying to figure it out for your show, right? Just when you put that item in, and even if you're doing generic like smalls, label it wisely. Work smarter, not harder. Smalls, parenthesis, 4 to 7 ounces, 1 to 3 ounces. Extra small, 1 to 3. Small, right? 4 to 7. Medium, 8 to 11. Large, whatever, 12 to 15. Extra large, over a pound, up to 5. Yeah. But you want to figure it out. Large 1, large, I don't know, large 2, large 3, to me that's a lot of work. Yeah. In bin, not an auction. That's fine. You can do that too. Oh, yours was in the auction. You're going to label each one with a number and ounce and just take a picture of it. Yeah, you do what works for you. I watch another girl. I don't even know how she tracks it. She sells beautiful, like high-end clothing. She's a trip and a half, but like so much fun. And she labels it the date. So 310, number 4. There's no description, no title, nothing. I don't even know how that works, but people give her good reviews. Yeah. Yeah. And some people just put like random pools, number 1. Yeah. Put whatever works for you. Just know how to track it, know how to label it. I do see some clothing sellers, like when they're doing that, they take and put like a clip, like a clothespin on it. So like technically, like, because I'm like the rule follower, technically you're supposed to use your actual photo of said item, but people use like random images. You're not supposed to steal people's images from the internet. I'm big time, don't do that. Yeah, because I've had people steal my photos on the internet, and that's not okay. That's just me though. Don't steal my photos. I will come for you. Yep. But people do it. They'll take like stock photography. Not supposed to even use that. Not on any platform, actually. Yeah, technically you're not really supposed to. Litigation. Andy, I'm gonna make a shirt with all the deisms on it. I have so many from you, they're funny. Use floral fabric, and a new shopper said, this isn't what yeah, see. So it's up to you. Like, if you're selling stuff for $1, let's just say, some people will get Canva and they'll make like an Instagram post and use that for their image. Yeah. So this is just me, because I sell on other platforms. At least in the past, I've sold on others. I have to put, what are you getting? I'm looking there. I have to have a picture of exactly what the person's getting, because technically that's what the terms of service say. And then someone gets it and goes, that's not what I ordered. That's not what my video receipt says. I had it recently. Okay, I'll tell you. Somebody bought a Bitty Pop. It was one of the Perry Potter ones. And because I was in the middle of talking, I had my camera down. The item for the previous one was pinned. And you don't see it in the video clip. This is why all of my streams, thank you so much, Sassy. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys are following the Sassy Vintage Chick. She does a chat show tonight, right? Yeah, tonight. I'll be in there heckling her a little bit. No, it's fun in there. But definitely bookmark it and check it out. She will tell you. Okay. So when I hold on. You're gonna go back to the typewriter? Oh, you've been trying to yeah, you can just create like a graphic that says the weight, and like Michelle's deals. She uses a butterfly. And then because she's going to live estate sales, and she will use the butterfly, and then she'll put what the ounces are. And that works for her. She can do that. But for me, I got to do it my way. Now, I've thought about it. When I do raid trains sometimes, I won't put the title of the thing. I'll be like, number 1, doll. Description, as seen on live, no returns, refunds, or exchanges. All sales final. Right? Because it's a yard sale. This is an online yard sale. I am not a boutique. Just no. I'm not Amazon, no returns, no refunds. So be a responsible bidder because it goes for both of us. If I'm on the other end and I'm a buyer, I need to really look. I need to see what they're selling me. And if I'm going to buy it, I got to make sure I look at it. Things happen. Things happen because sometimes people run auctions so fast, they're not reading the chat. You don't have time to ask. You're just going to take a chance and bid on it. You own it. Congratulations. Computers hate you. Your phone likes you, so that's a plus. My pop. Okay, thank you. I got derailed for a minute there. Thank you. Okay, so I had my record. I was camera down, and my biddy pops, I was just running them, and we were like shooting the breeze late at night. And so what happened was on the video receipt, you won't be able to see the bidding action. You don't get to see it. Because I multicast, you can see the bidding action. So basically what happened is I removed the item. It was on flash sale, and I put the new one down. It still said the old name at a buy it now. I was in the middle of doing it, and they bought it like right as I took it off. And then they didn't say anything in the show because they were new. They didn't know. And that's okay. But always, if you ever come across that and you're like, oops, what did I buy? Or someone bid on something that happened before. But as a seller, it's my fault. It's 100% my fault. I should have waited to repin it, but I was talking and I screwed it up. But when they won it, I showed what they wanted. I said, you got this one here, this Dumbledore. And then they were like, okay, thank you. I was like, all right. And so I moved it and went to the next one. So word to the wise, when the item is pinned, wait till that's purchased, or if you move it like a flash sale to the buy it now, remove the item on camera because people will think they're buying that. So if I were to put like, my little dyno, my little wind up dyno on camera, and it said 60 minutes with T-Archivist, like, what do you think they're getting? You got to make sure. That's up to you. I made a mistake, but they were really cool. They were like, my kid liked it. They didn't like the other one anyhow. They thought they were buying Dobby. Or no, they got Dobby, and it was one of the two. Yeah, so it was a mistake. It was a simple mistake, but it was my fault and the buyer's fault. Buyer always want to ask the question, like, if the item description, like in my shows, if the item description doesn't match the item I'm showing, put, hey, wrong item, question mark. Don't bid. People should do that. My mods will do that for me at nighttime because it happens. I mean, it's 2:00 in the morning, but I'll have them here and then I mix it. But so now I know. And then when they win it, call it out so they know what they're getting. Even though it says it matches. Because that stuff happens, and we can all, like, I've been on here almost 3 years. I make mistakes. So now I'm like, oh shit, I got to make sure that I only show that item, right? Yeah, because I'll have my phone up here. I have another arm that goes to that pole I showed earlier. And then that comes out, it comes out pretty far so I can have my camera up here. Yeah. And then I deal with the computer with OBS. And then I can read the chat. And then just like right now, you guys are posting all this stuff, it's screen recording it, and I can see all of it. Yeah, so I can go back. And then if I need to look at my sold, like I'll go to my sold tab, and then I can see, oh, you got, like when someone does a buy it now from the bin, and I'm chatting and I don't see it, like Vava Boom's bought a one-on-one with me, I have to click on the sold so I can see what she purchased. So I know what, right? Yeah, I'm a human. Can you believe that? I am a human. Unless you want me to be a robot. I could be a robot. Yes, thank you for the hearts. I suck at robot in the daytime. At night, it's great. Lights are all out. Got the mood lighting on. Yeah. Yeah, you got to give yourself some grace. Give everybody some grace, especially yourself. That's right. Vava Boom's knows. You really do. Yeah, don't think going live that first time, you got to be like this seller that's busting out $2 million a year. That could be a goal. Like, hey, I want to sell like that girl. I really love the way she sells clothes or the way she sells shoes. You know, you guys ever see ZK Styles? Go watch her. She is truly like an incredible seller. Sumo Cell, incredible seller. Shop 801 Lane, incredible sellers. Julie Becker, incredible sellers. Jen's Multiverse, incredible sellers. Go watch some of these people. When they started, they weren't selling this style. They were doing it different. They've had to learn through all these hiccups. I call them hiccups. Yeah, the human part of it. So I like the connecting. I'm always talking on my streams. People probably scrolling or watch the titles and go, this broad, all she does is talk. No, I really do sell. Yeah. Can you describe how the flash sale works? Okay, so flash sale, now that you can do it on the mobile phone, I want everybody to do flash sale carefully. If you have a rewards program, okay, I think I need a drink. I think I need a little of my tea while it's probably not warm anymore. It is. It's so good. Okay, so flash sales is a way for you to run an instant sale in a flash where you can run it at a discounted rate from 10% to 90%. Whatever item you want, it has to be a buy it now item. So I'll run a flash sale right now. I'm going to click on my shop. I'm going to go to my buy it now tab. You guys, I have 818 items in my buy it now. Let me remove one. Okay. I have 818. I have some wired gaming headphones, great for kids, young adults. I have them. If I click on the three dots, it says, what happened? They took a flash sale away? There's no flash sale here. It just says edit listing, run as auction, remove from show. So maybe they're doing something with it. That's weird. That's really weird. Okay, hold on. Run as an auction. Yeah, flash sale's not there. It is a quality. All mine's quality listings. Are you kidding me? Look how detailed they are. Yeah, they're not there. Yeah, it's not there. But if I go on the desktop and I go to it, I don't like it on that phone. Yeah, it's there. I'm taking a screenshot right now. I wish I could do a quick screen record. No, it was on here last night. I didn't even do an update. Yeah, it was on here last night. It says flash sale on my. Okay, hold on. I'm going to record this because I want to share this with Whatnot. See, I'm always doing all these things because it does help. Whatnot, what's going on? Watch this. I want to run a flash sale on my phone. And I click on my shop. There it says flash sale on the headphones. We're going to hit the three dots. What happened? It's not there. I can only run. So I'll do edit. Maybe it's in the edit thing. I don't think so. Okay, flash sale's in there. It's turned on. It's 30-minute default. I got 40% off. Okay, I'm going to hit save changes. But there's no option to like start it on the phone. No, I'm in it right now. It's literally not there. I'm going to go to the three dots. It's not there. Yeah, why? Must be a glitch in the app. That's very weird. Yeah, it's not there. And you're talking like super techie. Yeah, super techie person. It's there to turn it on, but it is not letting you run the flash sale. Isn't that weird? Yeah, because I was running these last night. Do you need to show yourself? No, not at all. You can do this. You can do this. It's the best thing ever to get used to it. Okay, we're going to practice. Hi, everybody. My name is Dee. This is my first show. I'm super nervous, but I'm going to do my best to read the chat. Yeah, this is the first time. It's totally okay to be nervous. I'm sure like everybody here has felt that way. I'm just going to put my item up and I'm going to try to like, make it so you can see everything and bear with me because this is my first show. Like literally that's okay. Don't worry about it. Shoppy and Mimi, it's okay. This is kind of like how we all started out. And then you have your item up there. You go and you run your item. Like I was running flash sale, so we'll kind of do it together. You don't have to go on camera at all. Just have a nice clean, like I have a clean space. You know what these are? You know what these items are? These are plastic cutting boards. You wouldn't even know it, would you? But if you like color, you know, you can do it any way you want. Otherwise, this is my normal. This is my normal. See, it's kind of busy. Yeah, it's kind of busy, but nobody would know if I just put these. And I like, sometimes I do the textured one because I like texture. So I'll put this here on top of my record. And so it doesn't fall, I kind of bend it in here a little bit. Okay. They'll probably go flinging after me. And then I'll do this. And I'll put this one like here. Right? So, and you see my ring light now because there's like a glare. So then I'll just do, I'll have to flip it. Yeah. So I guess we're out on the texture I do on the bottom. Yeah, you could use poster board, anything you want, but you want to have, you know, nice space. Then you could put your goat up there. You could do anything you want. You don't have to be on camera though. You were doing glass, you had white cotton, and yeah. Do I need a ring light? I mean, you don't have to have one, but here's what it looks like if I don't. Let's use natural lighting. It's kind of dark, but you could still see daytime, right? You could still see it, but light does help so they could see everything on it. So my setup is this. I showed it earlier. This is like a RGB 10-inch ring light because it does color and stuff at night. I can even have it, you know, tip on me. I'm not a ring light fan, but it works. I'm a photographer, so I like to have, and then I have like this mounted to my desk, right? This bar is mounted to my desk. And then I have a little light up here. And then I have that arm going out to hold that. I have another arm right here for my camera with OBS. And then I have my laptop. And then I have my little staging area. And then I sell vintage glass. So I have like these little shelves with tons of stuff, keychains. Like they're literally all in my buy now. Little animals. People love the smalls. They get crazy on the smalls. You know, when I do scan shows, I got little bitty pop Funko things. They're just fun to do because I've changed like, and then I have the big glass up here. Some really fun stuff. A lot of Fenton. You know, you get to choose what you want to do, but you definitely don't need to be on camera. You don't, till you're comfortable. People say I was like 6 months, I didn't show myself, but I don't think that's true. I would be at nighttime doing the Insomniac Club, and people would come in and be like, are we ever going to see what you look like? And I'm like, this is what I did. I had it like on the stage, and then I go, okay, hi. That's what I did. And they're like cracking up. And then they're like, oh my gosh, just be on camera already. Yeah, Dawn was there. And it was Kathy P, actually, who my paisana, she's the one that just said, just do it. Yeah, and look, we never know what someone's going through on the other end. Somebody could be in a bad situation, a bad relationship. They need to make money to escape that. Don't go showing your face, right? Oh, you watch me, you're sleepless in Florida. Yeah. So don't worry about it. I know people say, just show yourself, but true, we never think about what someone's going through. And somebody made me realize that. I mean, I thought about it, but I was like, gosh, you know what? We really never know. So that's okay. Yeah. So I didn't show my face in the beginning for a little bit. It's awkward the first show, but you know, don't ever pressure anybody to show their face because we don't know what's going on. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. Just don't pressure someone to show themselves on here. Some people are not comfortable with it, and then they totally are comfortable. You get used to it though, like for me. Yeah. Yeah. So I've had it all happen. I've had it all happen on the app. Okay. I'm not going to talk about that, but so I have my reasons. Now I'm just going for it. Yeah. Do I have, I don't sell crystals, so I don't have a special lamp for that. But you know what? You should check out Spiritual Supply Co. Yeah, they are hilarious. They sell crystals. They could probably tell you about the right kind of lamp to get for that. I don't think they do chat shows, but most of their shows they'll talk. Yeah, they're pretty cool guys. And they're hilarious. You went on camera for raid train and everybody's like, what do you look like? I know, vintage chick. I see that a lot. And then I'm like, it's great if you get to see somebody because then you kind of connect, right? But then when you don't see them, like everybody just wants to know, what they look like. Yeah, I don't. I learned that it's if they feel comfortable, then that's awesome, right? You're trying to get your room set up for good for selling. I cannot find a good flow. It's a struggle. You know why it's a struggle? I know why. You ready? You're not going to like it because you're trying to be perfect, trying to have the perfect setup, right? It is a struggle because we're trying to be perfect. I want it perfect for me. Yeah, don't care what others think, care what you think. What's up, Wacky Jackie? Yeah, so some of us just have radio faces. That's right. Yeah, it's true. But that's okay. I like sometimes it's so nice to on my side, I'm like, sometimes it's just nice to see somebody. And then sometimes, like, depending on the seller, it's nice to just hear like what are they selling? You know, because they have that voice. Yeah. Yeah, and it's okay. I had raccoon eyes from the ring light reflecting on my glasses. I'm just, yeah. Yeah, that light sucks. That is not a good light because I'm getting the exposure of it. No, trying to make it where I can easily reach items to sell. Yeah, that's me too. So where I'm at, I had it opposite, reversed. So my big monitor that was over there was right here. And my desk is like 60 inches long. And it was a pain in the ass because I'm not in on my stuff. And I want to be right here. So when I'm talking, you can see my man back there, right? And then I can run stuff. But it's not exactly the good angle. But when I have my good camera on, it's perfect because it works for me, right? I can run my stuff. Or if I want to scan, I turn that camera off. Hold on. I turn that camera off. We're going to go back to flash sales. I didn't forget. I turn that camera off and then I just use this camera. And then it's black at the top. If you come at nighttime, you can see the OBS setup. We can talk about it then. Yeah, it is a struggle though, getting the perfect setup for yourself. Yeah. But sometimes the flow for streaming and selling, my space here is not super huge, but it's you have to find that works for you. You need a flow. You need a flow. Like if you're having stuff just run, put it on a table. If you want to grab one item, sell it, it moves over here. What's up, India? How you doing? Yeah, I did a tech chat actually. I did a check, like a full on how do you set up your stream, what camera, right on. How you doing? If you want to go to a seller who does clothing, right there, India 816. She also had some. Are you going to get any more mini Ripperton stuff? Because that was pretty amazing to watch. Yeah, she had Minnie Ripperton's collection of beautiful vintage items. But she will be doing a chat show. I don't know what date is. Drop it. And you got 300 more pieces? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Where is my setup video? It's on my YouTube channel. If you just type in camera in the search, once you get to my page, it'll be in there. But we could do it. We could do that next week where I could show you all the tripods. I kind of did at the beginning of this video, show what tripods, and then you could go back to YouTube and watch it. The entire stream is recorded, the whole chat, so you can see the chat. Yeah, so I'll update that. I'll probably publish that probably right after this because I don't do any edits to it. I just upload it to YouTube. I just don't stream with it at the same time because I get feedback on it. It's going well. The chat of just the stream is on YouTube today, yes, but the one with you guys and all your questions, I screen record that separately, and I have to publish that. I have like 6 drafts I'm working on, and I will be doing that today with the other YouTube video. I'm on Seller Hub that I'm going to be releasing. I'm releasing because I didn't want to really. I think I'm going to work on the shipping one is really it's tough. Yeah. So I think I did inventory, I did show tools, marketing, coupons, promote tools. I'm orders and shipment video. I'm editing that. And then I'm going to go into like analytics and rewards club. Those are good, but I'm probably not going to do like tips. Tips is like common sense. I may not do customer service because it shows customer information. You can't share that. But I can black it out. Why is this doing this? Hold on. Please hold. Yeah. So all that stuff takes time. Some of those I have to edit. And then a new one, Julie Becker, I rated her 5 times in her show because I was testing how that I could reuse and recycle or restart uh, a show over and over and over. I restarted the show like 500 times. Yeah. So I'm going to make that video too. But because a lot of people think that they could go restart their show if they miss it, right? On the iPad or the iPhone with a browser, and you can't. I did at one time. But now you absolutely can't. You have to use the desktop to restart the show. So say, for example, you're out with your family having a great time and you realize, oh my gosh, I have a show scheduled and a half hour has passed, you're half hour late, and you want to reschedule that show because you don't want to lose your bookmarks. You can go to the browser on your desktop, right? Your laptop, whatever. You can't use it on your phone or your iPad or your Samsung tablet. And you just go to the show, hit edit, even if it passed. You can do edit and change the time if it's still up at the top. What's up, Hope? If you go down to like past shows, and you're probably not going to have a lot scheduled, it'll say in like a little black box, restart. Just click that and then go in and change the date and time. Yeah. Yeah. If you know what, Carrie, at the beginning, I talked all about the shipping on the labels and stuff. How do you get label printer and label paper? You buy it. You could buy it. You could buy it here on Whatnot, or you could buy it on the other website. Or you could go to like an Office Depot, Staples, and get it there. It probably will, depending on which one. What if you only have a phone? You can't restart your show on a phone then. You just would miss your show or cancel it or reschedule it. Yeah. Walmart has like a shipping thing too. That's right. There's so many options now. You could buy a used thermal. I brought my thermal printer. It's a Rollo wired in 2019 used for $135. It's still going strong. Yeah, it's still going. Sometimes the rollers, I got to clean them with alcohol on the head of it. Don't use UPS labels. That's not what it's for. That's for their shipping service. That's like taking priority mail bubble mailers and wrapping your stuff up and putting it in a regular box. Yeah, I'm one of those sellers. I don't like that. I won't shop with someone that does that. If I get a package, I'm like, nope. But people use the UPS. I see them, but don't just go order them for that. It's really not. They're going to get rid of the free labels eventually. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Flipping serendipity. You can't restart on a browser. Yeah, I just tested it with Julie Becker the other day. It used to work because I did it. I did it another time. Oh, you know what I'm wondering? Wait a minute. We might have to test it right now. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, I just did I'm doing a video right now on that showing people. I rated her like 5 times in a row because she's like, it doesn't work, Dee. I go, are you sure? I've done it before? But now I just realized what it worked. Okay, hang on. It works on the app thing. It works. Yeah. Let me just see. Is it on Google? It is. It's one of the apps that works because it acts like a browser. I have to download on my phone. I feel like it's Opera it works in. Yeah. I think I might have tested it because it did work before. I think Whatnot has a new feature because I missed a show the other night. Amy, I think it's an accident. Yes. Yes, because I had a show and it was still there like 3 hours later. It was a test show and it was still there. Yeah. It was about 2. So on the phone, I don't know, but on desktop, I see it all the time. You did too? Yeah. Like it was one of my test shows that I like intentionally leave and never change, but it's a private show. Maybe were those private shows. Yeah. You know what? We tried it on Safari. That's funny. I haven't seen anybody write that yet. Yeah. So I did all that. We tested it and I filmed it and rated her and it still didn't work. I love it. It's perfect. Yeah. Best advice how to test run pretend practice shows. Oh, are you on iPhone? Yours wasn't private. See, mine was because I do this raid. You know, sometimes I'll raid somebody and you'll see like a one person raid. Like, you're on iPhone. So in the iPhone, they have rehearsal mode. It's in the settings. You should try it out. Also, it's not going to hurt you. You could schedule a private show and book it like for 2 weeks from now and go live anytime you want into the private show. Nobody will see it unless there's a glitch. I mean, it's happened. And you could go in there and practice. The rehearsal mode's really nice because it's interactive. You could go into rehearsal mode and it's literally like you're having a show, and then all the people, like, you run it tells you how to go, and okay, you're going to run your item. Okay, so you practice and go, okay, let's go. And then you'll see people bidding on it when they tell you to run it in this practice thing. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's fun. It's like, what not Adam and what not Adam, and it's a pair of sneakers. And then I feel like sometimes when you get hyped up and you're like telling it, come on, let's go, check this out, this is one of a kind, it's you play around. When it, I don't know if it's like, maybe it's in the AI, they don't have AI, but maybe it bids it up higher. It's so funny. I'm sure they have like 4 models, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's a good way to practice in that. I know. I felt like Whatnot was watching. They should, because can you imagine the bloopers? People are practicing this. Yeah, but that show, once you finish the rehearsal mode, it's done. If you have a private show and you raid to somebody, which is a good way to practice, that show goes to the bottom of your shows. Yeah, they're always, but you can see, yeah, they're always watching. That's fine. I'm watching them too. And I love it when they come in. Yeah, sometimes they'd be like, what's she talking about today? And that's good. You want them to like monitor and see things. Even places you never think. Oh, I cover my camera up when I'm not live. Avery, I'm on to Avery. What's going on? Yeah, I welcome everybody who works for Whatnot to come hang out. Yeah, I'm covering my camera now. No, I'm just kidding. No, but hey, once you give access to an app, they have access. They have access, all of them. So if they want to get into your camera, they got to be really good hackers for that, because they can't just get into it that easy. But maybe they can. Now everybody's going to get scared. Yeah, there's no privacy anymore, right? Just be robed. Have a robe on. I know. Yeah, so anyway, it's nothing, but just know that you know, you can do rehearsal mode. It's super cool, actually. It's a lot of fun. I recommend new sellers go do it 3 or 4 times. You'll kind of crack up. But it shows you how to run, how to list, how to pin, how to edit. It shows you a lot of that stuff. Yeah, it's almost like a one-on-one with a bot. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, I just never, yeah, well, and a good rule of thumb is like recently, I had to boot somebody else because we were talking about shipping. So one of my rules has been from the beginning, like, I want to keep like a pretty safe space. Yes, we can have conversations. We can have adult conversations in here at nighttime, right? Because there's a time and place. So someone says, oh man, I got a package from a seller. They're a big seller. And they took priority mail bubble mailers and wrapped all my stuff up. Ugh, it's so annoying. I don't want to ever buy from them. And one of my items was broke. So they said that, but they never say like who it was, because I don't think that's right. Don't put a burden on other people because you had a bad experience. Maybe 10 other people had a great experience with them, right? Or anyway, the other night we were talking about giveaways and sponsored giveaways and thoughts on that. And I had my thoughts on it. I never named anybody because it does work for some people, right? They do a great job with it and they ship the item. But there are some people that don't ship it. They kind of tell the buyer, oh, you don't follow me. You didn't buy from me, because the laws, they got to follow the law. They got to send the item out. But a lot of times a certain percentage might not. But that's between the buyer who wins it, Whatnot, and the all 3 of those people in the seller. But I never want to know the name. I really don't. What's up? Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? I never want to know the name, right? And people sometimes drop that in the chat, and I have to ask them not to do it. Yeah. So, just follow the rules. Be a good human. If you sell something and you give a giveaway, they are. That's my favorite. That's my collection. What are you talking about? There's no creepy dolls in here. You've been up too late. There is none in here. Yes, that's my collection there, Chris. That's all part of the nighttime. Yeah, one day I'll have it that they all move. Would you recommend having a separate phone for just Wi-Fi? No, no. Why buy another phone? If your phone works and you know, you want to just use that phone to stream, do it. If you want to buy another phone to be like, I mean, I wouldn't buy a second phone unless you had a second streamer selling stuff, right? Yeah, I have the jar with the parts. I have a troll. So all these dolls are like some gifts people sent me, mixed in with like, I don't know, there's like a Titanic up there, some genealogy stuff. Yeah, some really old stuff in there. And some cameras that I use. So there's never really like the dumb question, right? When live streaming on phone, do you turn off all your other personal app notifications? I mean, they come up, but you guys can't see them. So I want to keep my phone on in case I need to get a phone call, right? Or I get a call in my house. But yeah, if it comes to my phone, here's what happens. I can tell everybody, please hold. And then I take the phone call. You guys don't hear the phone call. It mutes my speaker. And then as soon as I'm finished, so you'll literally, it'll be like this. Watch, this is a test. Yes. And then I'll probably be looking up here and you can't hear me. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go, sorry about that. I got a phone call. You couldn't hear me, right? What? Why am I echoing? Is that weird? That's so weird. Yeah. You heard all my, did you guys hear me? Why is it echoing right now? This is so bizarre. I got an echo and I'm using, yeah, it does this sometimes. They're off. They're off. But I know what to do. Okay. I just turn my thing down. It can grab it from YouTube. Yeah, so weird, huh? I use OBS, so I screen record the monitor, so it goes to YouTube, because I want to include all the chat. And sometimes it's there, but when I mute myself on my phone, which is not a controller for the device, it starts echoing. Yeah, sometimes there's some glitches. You just work with them. No, nobody can hear my call. Mm-mm. That would be a privacy issue, and I think Whatnot would be in trouble for that. So they definitely first make sure. And also the phone, it takes control over what device it is. So the device actually would override it. The phone call would override. How often do you go live? So right now I'm currently crazy. I am doing a 365 project where I go live every single day of the week. So every day of the week. Today is 291 days in a row that I'm going live. And some of those days are short streams where I just pop up, chat, raid, do a giveaway. We've been doing a lot of talking lately because I've been sick, but I'm getting back to like, I need to get running some stuff, you know? Yeah. So that's I'm doing a 365, which is nuts. So I have 74 shows to do till my goal. Yeah. And on June 2nd, I'm going to tell you why I went live every day and what I learned and what I could do better and all those things. What's up, Brainiacs? Yeah, they can't hear it. I've had like tons of calls come in and you could tell like if it's serious or not, because sometimes people who have kids, you know, and our kids' schools call and you're like worried as soon as you see the number come up on your phone, right? Yeah, I'm just showing up, see what happens, build some community, do the things, connect. And doing the chat show on every Tuesday. Let's see. Do I have two devices? Oh yeah, I already fixed that. Yes, I always use two. I use a laptop. Sometimes I use an iPad, and I always use my phone. And my phone is usually always the controller, unless I am actually using OBS. Then I have a Sony camera up top, and then I use my phone as a second camera because the quality is really good. Can you see the zebra and tiger? Yeah, you can. Of course. Let's go into it. So I'm going to switch over to that. Zebra's really, really, really cute. You see it okay? Just OBS is not hard. Yeah, OBS is really not that hard. It's in really, really good condition. It's got like a bird on its backside. And then it's stamped with the original sticker, crafted in Malaysia. Happy Landing, 1986 Franklin Mint. What's up, Kelly? Yeah. So it's kind of be looking at you like this. See how I have the seller tool so I can like zoom in so you can really see it. So there's that. You're finding OBS hard? Yeah, you can do the show with I could do my show just with my phone. The thing is to, run your stuff, and then you wanted to see the tiger. Okay, I'll show you the tiger. And then I can run them. I can run a little flash stuff for you if you want. Look how cute that one is. This one is the cutest. You're tech dumb? No, you're not. You got this far. You're on Whatnot. Yeah, so cute. Let's run it. Yeah, it's so cute. What do we have? What? So I'll run it as an auction. And then I see a few people that like it. I'm going to run. I can change my time. I do 10 seconds, sometimes 15. I'm going to run it for $15, knock $10 off it. It'll go for 10 seconds, no sudden death, with 3 cents, 3-second rebid, counter bid time. So it's running right now. Panda is the World Wildlife Rescue symbol. Oh, is it really? So it's running right now. What happens in the 10 seconds is when that sale price is over, it's kind of like my own flash sale. It goes back to the regular price. It goes back to buy it now. That's why with my vintage pieces, that's actually at good height. See how all the stuff is at the bottom? The item is up. You see it clearly, right? It's not a repair or anything. It's never been damaged. It's not like sometimes these kind of things break off. You just pack them super careful, right? But it's a lot of packing. Yeah. And then this one on the bottom, it's also, see, I could hold it over here and then I could zoom in. 1981, Surprised by Eva Dahlberg. I don't know what the M is for. Just probably like a mark they had on it. No chips, nothing. So there's that one. And then, yeah, it would, I double box always. Yeah, I always put stuff on there. And then like, for example, around the nose, I always make sure it's like a sock, but it's not a tight sock. And then I always have a note that says, slide out, be careful. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people to pull it and then they break that off. And then they're like, oh, it came broke. Yeah. So let me run the zebra too. And then I'm just showing you like what you could do. If you decide you don't want to be on camera, always just take a few seconds and be like, okay, here's, you do it any way you want. Because you want to constantly be running as fast as you can. Okay, so here's the zebra. It's Franklin Mint. It is so cute. It's definitely going to be like this particular one. If I hit edit, and the shipping is, I know the shipping, you're like, oh my gosh, $9.21 for that, D. If you buy one of them, then the next one's going to be free. It's just because this does weigh a pound packaged up. So I'm going to run this one as an auction. Same deal at 15. So I'll do 15 seconds so you can see how 15 is. And then we're running this and it's running right now. And when it ends, if there's not a buyer, then it goes back to the buy it now price. That's why it's so expensive. I know. Thank you for the tip, Janice. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, never give up. I love doing these chat shows. It's a good way to connect. It's a good way to help people. And there's nothing wrong with giving a little bit of your time, So I do these every single Tuesday. This today was like a random one. I was answering basic questions like OBS stuff, more detailed. Gosh, that's a show on its own that can be quite confusing. It's different for everybody because not everybody uses OBS. I do it on Mac. What is one? What do you mean? 1 pound. What is OBS? I don't really want to get into OBS. We did a little bit ago. OBS project, right? It's a whole thing. It's like I went on at 9:23. It's now almost 12 o'clock. We could talk for 6 hours together because I know we're all best friends. But if I start on a new subject, we're going to be here. And I got some stuff I got to do. Yeah, don't be sorry. I'll tell you real quick. You could go to my YouTube, you could watch this all over again, and I talk about OBS. I showed my setup so you could see. But right now, like what OBS is, so for sellers, use your phone. Become a pro at the phone. If you need to add a second device and you have like a tablet or you have an iPad, use that as your second device. If you have a laptop that or a computer, a desktop that can handle streaming and you have a good internet connection, wired or wireless, then OBS might be something you want to add some cool features to, right? Just don't, I mean, I wonder if it'll let me do it. I don't think it'll let me do, it will let me do it. All right, I'm going to try it. You want to see? Oh, no, it won't, because I have it all set up different today. I was going to restream with OBS on desktop, but I have to do another show or you come back tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm on every single day. Usually I stream at nighttime. I stream the Insomniac Club. And what we do is we hang out, we chat. I need to get back to running some stuff. I run all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so some nights I'll be running all flash sales. You know, last night we just talked. Yeah. Yeah, so my chat, I'm going to post it when this show ends back to YouTube. Yeah, so when I'm selling, I don't do any whatnot questions. I don't do any tech because that's a separate thing. So I usually only reserve that for Tuesdays unless I'm having Insomniac Talk chat show at night. Then I'll answer that. But at nighttime, it's my time to relax, have fun, and sell and make money because that's what the app is about, you know? Yeah. But with OBS, thank you, Jerry. Yeah, I have healthy boundaries. Like that's a very important thing for everybody. Because if you start doing that, you're never going to sell. Like I've had shows where people come in and they're like, "Oh, I need some help with my shipping," and I'm like literally selling like crazy, and it's a distraction, you know. And it's like I'm sorry, I'd only do that on Tuesday, and it took a lot like to say no, and it's okay. You can say no. No is a complete sentence. But I will tell you this. So OBS is free. It's obsproject.what.com. And you can download it for Windows. You can, Favo Vooms, thank you so much. We will definitely catch up. Thank you for your purchase. You can definitely go in and like customize it. So for example, if someone raids me, I have little minions that pop up on the screen. Okay. And I press a button on this little stream deck and then it pops up and they're like, you know, but I want to change the graphic. And then someone tips me. I have like Danny DeVito spitting out money. Right. It's really fun. So you can add those kind of things. It's really for like customizing it. Gamers and streamers do it a lot. The card people use it a lot. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It can be very simple, but you have to have a computer that can handle that. So I'm on a Mac. On Windows, like it's a little bit different, but it kind of works the same. Yeah. I'll put it in the chat for you. Yeah, and whatnot. Okay. And you can just type in obsproject.com. Whatnot is great. Under the shows, there's show tools and it'll show you how to connect with WebSockets. Yeah, and I don't take it personal if you are sleeping. I can tell when you fall asleep in my stream because like half the people fall asleep in the stream, right? It's kind of funny. And I could tell because their names refresh. So sometimes I'll pull up, I'll do this. Because it's like a podcast at night, really. Hey, are you there? It's you. And I'll just say, GR sleeping. You're going to have a dream about me. I know it. I know you're going to have a dream. Yeah. You got to have fun. You got to have fun. I like to have fun. Yeah. Too much fun, maybe. But yeah, at night, that's what I do. And then the next day, I did it to George. I know people hate the whispering, but I do it anyhow. Because my show. It's too fun. Yeah, they'll sleep shop. I've had it. Chris, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. How was your show? Let's check it out. Let's check out Crisco7. All right, I'm checking out your profile, so it's going to be on my YouTube channel. Okay, you don't have any shows right now. Let's check out your shop. Nothing in the shop. So you're just doing pop-ups? Been selling sterling silver and turquoise for some time. It's a family business. We have a lot of fun together. Well, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. You're pretty new to Whatnot, I see. You're welcome. Yeah, I will always show it. A new thing I've been doing when I'm not chatting or whatever. I will pin your name And then I will also show it on my YouTube while I'm streaming this. There we go. Give a follow. Yeah, Ty, you fall asleep too, huh? She will be putting, she's gonna have, yeah, it's okay. You do what works for you. I have a lot of people that will raid me like in the middle of the night and then they don't have anything either. And they're like, oh, I just do pop-ups. I said, hey, that's fine. Do what works for you. I wish I could stay awake for your streams at night. I try, but usually can't. I know I'm so late. I've been falling asleep in my streams. Because I like nighttime, but after getting sick, I'm kind of backwards. I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to have a weekday show. I am. I think I am going to have a weekday show. I got to just change my schedule. I think Friday, literally, it is a pajama night every night. I think I'm going to change my Friday show to maybe either, I don't know, every other Saturday, I think. You're a new follower. How does rating work? Like rating another seller? So up here at the top right, there's a little arrow pointing down. If you tap on that on iPhone, I think Android is in a similar spot. There's minimize show, create a raid. When you hit create a raid, I get to pick who I want to raid on the stream. So I've raided crazy shows, like in the middle of the night is wild. Okay. But you want to try to raid new sellers, or if you're new, raid big sellers. They may shout you out. They may miss it totally. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm going to look what you were saying there. You purchased something from Walmart when you were sleeping? How could you even open the app? Right? It picks your payment. You probably did it half asleep. That's crazy. You were probably delirious. I've done that. Oh, I bought something. Whose stream was I in? Let me think about it. It was funny because I'm like, oh, I fell asleep in Brooke's show and I bought some. I must have been looking in the buy it now or tapping the hearts, and I tapped the store and went, and this is what I got. I just got it because I don't remember buying these. I did not buy these. I was sleeping. I bought, I think I bought somebody gifted them maybe. Oh, there's one in here. Is there two? There's two. If you know, you know. You've drunk shopped. So these are iron-on decal number ones. So I'm going to put them on my shirt. Yeah. And then when I have a show next time and she comes in or raids me, I'm going to be wearing these. Yeah. Because everybody was buying them, but I didn't buy any. I was sleeping. I fell asleep. Or you can resell them. Yeah, I could, but I think I got to make a shirt. Yeah, I got to make a shirt. I have a lot of quotes to put on shirts. I can make shirts. Yeah. I have my my cutter and I know. I have my silk screen stuff still. What's up, Heather? How are you? Is there an easy you can see your pre-bids. I don't ever look at the pre-bids on the phone. I don't even see them ever on there. I see them on the desktop always. Yeah. Yeah, you could resell them, huh? All right, so what are we gonna do? Let's see. You know a guy who took Ambien and bought a pink scooter in the middle of the night? Yeah, so when you raid over, it's best to preview it if you have a second device just to kind of see who you're going to raid. Because I've literally seen everything on Whatnot. Some good, some not good, some really great, right? So you always want to preview because you could potentially in the middle of the night raid into like a train wreck. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it real. Reptile guy, what's up? You should sell them. Yeah, people love that stuff, those Disney backpacks. Yeah, so I just laugh with it and I'm like, well, one night we raided into a guy that I give him props for doing like a crazy good like automated show, but it's not something you're allowed to do here. But there was like 80 of us and Brooke raided me, and then later, like an hour or so later, I'm like, let's raid this person. They only have 7. They look like they're pretty new. We raid into that show and it was literally like a video of the slideshow of the guy's items, but the speech was like so good. If you act now, there's only one left in the buy it now for $19.95. But here's the catch. It's sold for parts or repair only. Like this went on and on. We were so dumb. We stayed there for an hour. There was no person. They literally went live, left their computer, and went to bed. Every seller that went in there was pissed. It was hysterical. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, never tell us who the seller is. I don't want to know. We want to leave that person alone because eventually Whatnot will, someone will report it. Yeah. Yeah, so if CG goes to a bad seller, she always goes live and then you could go back to her. I know. Me, I'm like, everybody's an adult. There's nothing I can do once we rate in. I'm gonna just be like, if you guys don't like it, scroll out, right? Protect your mentality. Yeah. But I try to look and see. Yeah, I actually had a rule for a while there and I change it. Like I want only new sellers. So I look for first shows. Um, right? I'll look for first shows. I'll look for good feedback. So if someone has like 3-4 day ship date, I'm probably not going to rate them. I kind of like to look for 1 day. But now I'm on a kick where I want to only raid like people I already know and I've bought from, which is a ton of people. Yeah. So sometimes in the middle of the night, and I'm guilty of the same thing that Jeremy does, Green 13, is one night we were all having a ball, we were cracking up, and I said, let's raid a new seller. So I just searched. There was no flag to indicate, and so we raid over, and we're like, everything's in French. I don't know any French, I can't imitate it, but no English. Luckily, somebody was in the chat and told the person that they got raided, and that she was great. She was selling like jewelry, and she was like, "Oh, I can't even try to imitate it." Yeah, remember that? And I was just like, how come it didn't tell us? I mean, it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It does tell you though when you're rating into a show like that, if you've never been into an international show, it'll pop up and say the show you're going to is international, and something else. And you can turn that to not see it. Yeah, you remember that? I think it was like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. There's people that raid whatever they want to do. It's so funny, but it's good to see like what other people are doing. I do try to peek on my laptop, like on this kind of show. I try to look on my laptop, like I'll go to Whatnot, and like right now I'm gonna find somebody actually. Yeah, because I gotta get some stuff done. It's 12 now, so I'll look on Whatnot and I'll see, okay, who's on right now that does a nice chat show, and or who I haven't rated that I know. Tuesdays always I try to find new sellers. Let me just see. I'll type in first show. I always like first shows too. We rated a couple of guys, guy doing 3D. Yeah, I got stuff to do. She was confused at first, huh? Yeah, she was a little bit confused. Yeah, I know because I only have like 3 hours now before I get my kids. And if I don't get that stuff done, then it's like I got to drag them with me and then I'll never hear the end of it. I didn't want to go to the store. But I like to get it done now too. Let's see. I don't see any first. Okay, first show, closet clean out, first baseball card, first stream of the week. A lot of first shows for baby and kids. Yeah, my first show, new with tags. First show with givvies. Okay, that's like cards, coins. What do you guys feel like? Let's see. A lot of it's international, huh? Pokemon. There's a lot of babies and kids live. Oh, it's spring break, huh? All right, so maybe I'll take us in. You guys want another chat show? A good one? You know who's doing a good chat show? She always has good info. Let's see, community. It's Custom Woodburning. We could go over there. If you turn on captions, it works. Yeah, I've turned on captions, and when it does the text, it put it in English. Yeah, I did it one day on the French lady, and I was like, it works. Some words are not. Yeah, some words are not, or maybe I'm delirious. Yeah, it actually did work. That it was translated somehow. I don't even know how that happened. Okay, we're gonna raid our friend who's doing a chat show right now. She's doing a really good community chat, and we need to show some of CustomWoodBurning is a handmade artist. She's doing a chat on how to attract buyers. So let's go see her. thank you very much for your purchases, your tips. I really appreciate it. She's one of my friends. She's in the program I'm in where we're all community hostesses and hosts, and Whatnot selected us to do a once a month chat where we actually are able to give you guys some swag and giveaways. Next month, I'm going to be giving away those little banners up there. Whatnot has sent them to me, and they pay for shipping and everything, and they boost our shows. So let's go. We're going to go visit CustomWoodBurning. Drop some orange hearts or red hearts or pink hearts or whatever color heart you like in her chat, and let's go see. Maybe you can get in the giving. She might be giving away keychains for this show. All right, friends, thank you so much. I will see you later, and let's go on over and see our friend CustomWoodBurning. So I'm raiding over to CustomWoodBurning, but I think I have her.
So sweet. Welcome in, D Archivist and friends. Let's run another giveaway. You guys, thank you so much for coming in. New friends. Amber, I'm going to mod you. No pressure. Allowed to moderate, por favor. D, I hope you had an awesome show. Welcome in, D friends. This is a chat show. We're just getting started. We're talking about attracting buyers today, and you're just in time because we haven't even started. Usually there is some Whatnot merch to give out.
She's one of my favorites.
I accidentally dished it all out last month, and so instead of Whatnot keychains, you are getting this magnet.
Great artist.
You are getting this magnet today. It is wood burnt. It's super smooth. It smells delicious.
She has
it's super strong.
Tab with as a magnet,
and it's for the free. So
a bunch of stuff.
In honor of the raid, we're going to run one back to back. Thank you so much, Dee. If anyone is not following the Archivist,
Whatnot keychains,
or even if you are and you just haven't been there in a while, click on her name, go bookmark some shows. She's doing 365. She's doing 365. Go check on her. Go check on her. Wealth of knowledge there. Freaking wealth of knowledge. Thank you, Amber, for that tag. If I missed any comments.
Anyways,
I'm so sorry.
End the stream. This is up.
And the Rachel's already watching.
CustomWoodBurning.
JJ Shopper
She's
has
one of my friends.
bikini
She's
tops.
A great seller on this platform. She has a 5-star.
What kind of show were you guys having over there?
Shows. Very
kind of. I've heard you can do that for flash sales. So that actually, you know what? Dee, I know you're probably super busy. I'll introduce myself in just a moment too.